Hello, you might recognise me as Mod Shauny. No, Shauny's just had to sort out the getting us live. So here he is.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, production team aren't here today. Mixture of unfortunate illnesses and some people out of the office. So we're kind of alternating production and also the stream itself. So fingers crossed. Everything goes as smoothly as can be. We're going to be using something called Microsoft Excel to demonstrate everything.
You may have heard of it.
So yeah, it's going to have a lot. We're going to have a lot. You may, of course, observe my incredible designed first tab on Excel. Everything else is much nicer after this, I promise you. But we have a lot to go through. Yes, everyone's going on about my hair or whatever. Don't worry, I'm getting rid of my hair.
Dad's hair.
My wife wants me to get rid of the hair already. Yeah, the dad hair is kicking in. But yes, we have a lot to go through. We're scheduled for 2 hours. We could go more. It might end before, but we'll wait and see. There is a lot of stuff to go through. I have to give all the credit in the world to the analytics team. I don't know their mod names off the top of my head, unfortunately. I have one of them on my little laptop here, just to who is watching the stream, to make sure I don't say anything bad.
I'm going to pretend to be Shauny.
Yeah, pretend to be me. What's their mod name? So I can give them a shout out. But before we do that, I am about to publish something for you lot to go and read. So we've been a bit quiet on mobile. I mean, that's safe to say. But what we're about to do in just a few moments is on RuneScape.com. I'll tell you when to go on there. If you press that little refresh button in just a moment, as I'm trying to squint to try and see it.
This is live. This is proper live.
This is live.
This is where the magic happens.
Okay, so without further ado, we are going to press that button. I love pressing these buttons. It's terrifying.
Through our wonderful content management system.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Refresh RuneScape.com, everyone. And now there will be a developer blog for mobile and what the mobile guys have been up to in the run-up to Christmas this year. So please do give it a read. Check it out, see what we've been doing, what our plans are. It is now just gone live, so we can have a little chat about towards the end of the stream, I think, or maybe now.
Well, I would say, should we get into
Should we just do it? Let's just do it.
Into the data. Have a read of it after this stream, because there's going to be so much stuff that you're not going to want to miss any of it. But it will be there if you do want to have a look at it afterwards.
It is live on RuneScape.com. For someone asking where do you see it, if you should go on to RuneScape.com, it'll be the top article, and you can go from there. Prefaces on this, the production quality of this is going to be very chaotic, but it's final stream of 2018 for us on RuneScape. Let's have a bit of fun with it, right?
Did you expect anything else from us?
Of course. Okay, so first of all, we'll kick off with something very simple, which is combat level 3s and how many of them have 120 Slayer, and how many of them have 200 million Slayer, and how many accounts have the full total level of 2736, which is, of course, all the 99s plus 120 Invention, DG, and Slayer. Jeez, I'm the brain fart. I haven't even got that myself. I'm still having a bit of a... Someone say, can you zoom in? Yeah, there you go. We zoomed in a little bit.
There we go.
Is that a bit better? I'm just looking at the screen up there. We can get a bit... There we go. We can zoom in a bit more.
Some of these we might go a bit smaller because there are some...
There's a lot.
There is a lot to go through. So.
Yes. Okay, I've zoomed in a bit now, so hopefully you can all a bit see it. So that's a bit of a start. So we'll go off and go in now into deep sea fishing. So what you're about to see is a bit of stats. Let's just go straight into it. So the big ones, since release, we've seen 434 billion gold thrown into the whirlpool, and 1.3 trillion gold has been spent at the Traveling Merchant, which is obviously an astronomical number. When you go from, I'm going to have to zoom in on every single slide. It's fine. We'll do that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I've just got a message saying Mod Camon I have to thank for this data, so thank you to him. But yes, 1.3 trillion gold has been thrown in, has been spent at the Traveling Merchants, whereas obviously people who want their billionaire tiles and so on are going for the Whirlpool. They have spent 434 billion gold. So some cool little release day stats.
I think what's really important to point out at this point is that what we wanted to do is we wanted to try and give you a little cross-section of everything that's been going on over the course of this year, as well as also giving you some kind of more long-term stats as well. So we've got things from deep sea fishing, we've got things from elite dungeons, we've got things from all the things that have come out this year. Apart from, I don't think we have any player-owned farm.
Unfortunately not. I wish we could have got some player-owned farm stuff. It's kind of on me that we missed that in the chaos in trying to get as much as we can. Although if we include the player-owned farm, like the stream is going to go on for even longer. There is, depending on if you all enjoy this, I want to try and do these streams quarterly, hopefully, fingers crossed. Based on the setup we have for these now, it's somewhat easy to get this data. So, yeah, I'd love to try and do this a bit more. But As a bit of a note, 20% more levels in fishing were gained on the day of release for deep sea fishing, with up to 35% more people gaining 1k XP or more in fishing, plus a lot more people gaining 100,000 XP on that day. The most caught fish were the jellyfish, then the minnow, then the sailfish. I thought sailfish would be above minnow, but I guess it's the way it is. And if we look at our little chart over here, you can kind of get an idea. The line is where deep sea fishing released, which was March the 4th, March the 5th. Good one, Sean. So you can kind of see we have this nice spike where people get ready, and then of course as the content goes on, people kind of start to filter away a little bit, but of course still retaining that dedicated players who are getting stuck in. Next up, go on.
So as you can see, like the what we call the baseline of people training it up is obviously kind of higher than it was at the start of, prior to deep sea fishing. So it's good to see.
Wow. All right.
Put your phone on silent, Shauny. God.
I think it's my wife wishing me a good luck on the stream, if you want me to be honest. All right, so next up is Telos Enrage. I love seeing these. Statistically wise, if we look at the percentage of players who have the Enrage banned in, we'll look at the individuals first of all. 28,000 people have done a Telos kill, at least one. 17 of them have done the 4k maximum of Telos, and 5 people are on the way to 4k. As you can see, there's only 5 there. And then people like me with Warden, 3.2k. It's actually quite a high number. I thought there would be a little less for Warden, whereas people with the 2k Warden, 93 or higher. So it's very interesting to see, for sure. And then, of course, there is the percentage banding, so to speak, between each of these enrages from the players who have taken part in Telos. Next up, everyone's seen these before, Kefsi outfits. As a note, the Kefsi outfits, of course, are now obtainable via Meg's extra rewards in the Quest Point shop, but even still, we only see 39 people with the entire Kefsi outfit completed. So it's really interesting. Despite, obviously, so many people having the one piece all the way up there, only 39 people have all 5 Kefsi outfit pieces all together, which is obviously very, very low. In regards to the Telos question, that was individual players, so 20,000 plus individual players who have had a Telos kill, not all kills. Treasure Trailz, right. So, Treasure Trailz released this year in February 2018. Now, this is really cool. This is a really good example of what a good content update can do in regards to bringing back a life into something like Clue Scrolls. So what we have right here is the pre-updates, and from May 13th, 27 up to February 2018, this is the volume of clues we have seen completed. Now, of course, digest this, and if we swap it to post-updates, already you can see a massive difference between your hards. Obviously, 1 million masters done from then. The clues themselves have astronomically gone up in regards to its engagement. It's absolutely done a lot better, so I'll just show it again just for comparison perspectives. Hard has 2.7 million, whereas now it has 5.6 million, and that is from February 2018 to now. To last Monday, I should say. It's done incredibly well, and I think it's safe to say, like, credit where it's due to. They are the Black Ops team, but they were kind of split into different teams at the time of the release. But the guys there have done an absolutely fantastic job of that, and I think it's safe to say that it shows really nicely here. Right, now I'm going to come to the next bit, which is to do with Slayer Task, and this is where you guys are going to get involved. So, when I click on this tab, we're going to have a little bit of a list here. We're going to have our Slayer Task monster, and this is the stats for 2018. So in 2018, 416,000 Aberrant Spectre tasks have taken place. 49,000 people have cancelled them. 76,000 are currently on the task. 288,000 have completed them, and only 2,000 have extended them. Overall, 70% of them have completed that task. Now, we have all of these Slayer creatures over here. We're not going to go through all of them, but for everyone who wants to get involved in this, what do you want to see?
Someone said Crawling Hands. Storm again.
If he's the first one. Okay, we do Crawling Hands. Oh my goodness, Crawling Hands. Okay. So for Crawling Hands, an 88% completion rate, but only 15 people extended them. Understandable, they're kind of low-level task. But 6,000 cancelling. Here we go. Gee, you're going to have to pick them out, JD.
I mean, there has been a lot of Ripper Demons in the chat, so let's go with Ripper Demons.
Rippers. Ripper Demons. As a note, a 22% completion rate on Ripper Demons in 2018. So I mean, that kind of tells you. Look how many people have cancelled Ripper Demons. 224,000 tasks, and 155,000 have cancelled Ripper Demon tasks. Only 1,364 extends. Wow, which is interesting because if you can master Ripper Demons, they're the best Slayer XP in this game, which obviously shows that some people are very scared of the insta-kill and it can kind of terrify them. But I find that really fascinating. I thought the completion rate would be a bit higher. 22% is very low indeed.
Abbey Demons.
Abbey Demons. I mean, I think it's safe to say we're assuming this is going to be the highest. I can definitely tell you that Abyssal Demons, as a task, have the highest in the 2018 year. 1.2 million Abyssal Demon tasks have come up this year for players. For some reason, 61,000 people have cancelled Abyssal Demons, maybe trying to roll Gemstone Dragons, so on. I don't know. 276 of them were on active tasks. 893,000 completed and 46,000 extended, but only a completion rate of 74% for Abyssals, which is really interesting.
You mentioned Gemstone Dragon. Should we go to those next?
Okay, Gemstones, really good XP. They came out in April 2017, if memory serves me correctly. So a somewhat newer task, but surprisingly only a 48% completion rate. But the extended rate is 11,000. It's understandable because of the XP you get from them. But of course, seeing 59,000 people cancel on Gemstones is a really strange one for me, I have to say, but it's interesting, very interesting to see. I'm gonna Dark Beasts. Oh boy, Dark Beasts are obviously forcible with a Slayer mask. They are quite a weighted task, and surprisingly, 66% completion. Now completion.
Let's just shorten it to completion.
66% completion, but that I think could be due to the fact that in regard to Slayer XP an hour, it's not that great versus your higher end tasks. That could be a reason why Dark Beasts get cancelled compared to some other tasks, and why the completion rate is only 2 in 3 chance, or 2 in 3 players completing it essentially. So it's interesting. I'll take 5 more because we have so many of these. We'll take 5 more.
Let's go Lava Strike Worms.
All right. Lava Strike Worms.
Or Ice Strike Worms, either one. There've been quite a lot of those.
Ice Strike Worms, 50%, half and half. So it's 92,000 completed, 130,000, 92,000 cancelled, sorry, 130,000 completed, only 4,000 extended them. As a note, when we're done with this section, I'll show all the tasks, which means you'll see most of them, but we'll just go by completion rate so we can see what is the highest completed task based on rates. Edamus should do very well. Edamus, I know a mod Shogun absolutely loves, but 49%. So only 154,000 Edamu tasks this year, 47,000 of them cancelled, when only 70,000 completed. It's very interesting. Like, I think some of these, I'd expect them to be way higher, but you know, it's just the way it is. Someone said about getting access to the copy of this data, and I think I'll use this as an opportunity to say we have a plan to kind of release this data as of today, or sorry, not as of today, but as of when it was recorded, which was last Monday. So we would like to set aside a post every week where we say this week we'll just post, let's say, the Slayer task completion rates for all of the tasks in 2018, or boss kills, or Slayer kills, or so on. But we'll get to that after the stream's over. We'll have a plan for it and see what we can do and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I think what we wanted to do was to ask you guys what you wanted to see.
Yeah.
And do a straw poll and then release different bits of information per week, kind of, so that we can kick off the new year in a style. And then we've got sort of hopefully another one of these maybe in March time, something like that.
Rubik, you could make a TLDW, but I'm not showing everything. Like, I'm not going to show all of the boss killers. I'm not going to show all of the boss times and so on. So you'll be able to TLDW some of it, but not the full data, so to speak.
I do not envy you at all doing a TLDW for this.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Should we go for 2 more? Should we do Mammoths and Camel Warriors?
Yeah, we can do Mammoths and Camels. So I just brought up Corrupted Creatures. We'll do Rune Dragons, actually. I want to see Rune Dragons for my own curiosity. So Corrupted Creatures, again, I'm surprised that people cancel Corrupted Creatures. I think as a task, they can be done very quickly. Of course, you have the loot that is banked for you in the Softening chest. It's a strange one. But we'll do Camels next. Camel Warrior. 13% completion rate. Wow. 166,000 cancelled tasks. Jeez. Wow. That is...
I mean, Skipper Warriors.
Oh, Jesus. That is, I mean, they're kind of brutal to do. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I would cancel camels if I get them. I think they already are on my block list. I'm not a fan of Camel Warriors as a task, but it's all preference. Someone said cancel warriors. You know, people are going to come up with the differentiations. What did we say as well? Rune dragons.
If it wasn't quarter past 4, I'm sure we could come up with some decent names for these. But we'll let you guys do it.
Rune dragons, 48% completion rate. 75,000 of them have been cancelled. 222,000 this year as a task have been essentially grabbed onto. 8,000 extended, so people want to get, of course, those KFC drops and those tier 90 component drops from them. Understandable, quite a lot of money. People do get those drops. And the final one we said, what was it? Mammoths? Is that correct?
Yeah, mammoths.
Acheron mammoths, 21%. So actually higher than Camel Warriors. They're actually quite a low task. They have like 30 odd to kill, I believe. But looking at about 159,000 cancellations of that task. So it's pretty crazy. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to zoom this out really quickly. I'm going to grab all of the monsters and we're going to look at the completion rate. So bear in mind, of course, with this, what we could see is the low level task might have a higher completion rate because, of course, you get them earlier. Bear with me, my zooming skills are absolutely excellent, as you can see. All right, so we can see this year, actually, Cave Slime is, wow, Cave Slime is up there, Minotaur, Ice Fiend, Ghoul, Monkey. I mean, they're all these, like, low-level tasks that people, I guess, will just slam out during the low-level Slayer. Yeah. I guess what we want to get down to is more of the common tasks that people do. Abyssal Demons is actually up there, of course, 74% in regards to completion rate. But you can see the kind of the low-level onboarding for Slayer. These tasks pretty much get completed, maybe because they don't have the Slayer points to cancel yet, or they just want to get it out of the way. Unfortunately, I can't show people's block lists. That's something I missed, so my apologies for that. That would have been nice to see.
Maybe we could bring that to the next one.
Yeah, maybe even the next one. Let's look at all tasks then. We'll go by all tasks now. Largest, the smallest, Abyssal Demons, and then Grotworms actually at second place above Dark Beast. Now, Grotworms being second really was I wasn't expecting Grotworms to be second, just my opinion, but it's very interesting to see that it's up there alongside Dark Beast and Gargoyles, you know, and obviously we have the Greater Demons. I thought Greater Demons would get blocked a lot more. I don't think they're a decent task, but, you know, it's just all preference. But then we have our usuals, you know, Order of Ascension, Steel Dragons, ABNCs, pretty much all of the tasks you get from Movran, give or take, are all up here now, so you can kind of see a pattern forming. But Grotworms, as a note, I do believe you can get them from any Slayer Master, maybe, could be why. So obviously the medium level people could be obviously getting these tasks alongside the high level people, which could add that up. Cancel tasks, right. What is the most cancelled task? What do you reckon, everyone in chat? What do you reckon the most cancelled task in Slayer in 2018 was? I'm gonna probably say Rippers.
I'm gonna hazard a guess at Rippers.
I reckon Rippers, but we'll wait and see. People say Camel, Rippers.
I mean, we've shown the data for both of those already.
Yeah, so they're high. Edamu, people seem to think Edamu's interesting. No, it's Greater Demons, 218,000. They have cancelled the most, along with
Rippers
Tazar.
Are down number 18.
Yeah, Rippers are down there. But Camel War is actually higher than Rippers. Adam and Dragons actually get cancelled a fair bit, so do Mammoths, Elves, Aviancies. It's very interesting, but to see Greater Demons that high, I mean, I think it's safe to say people didn't expect that. Extended tasks, if we look at the extended tasks, we're going to see the highest XP tasks inevitably will be the most extended. Yes, Abyssal Demons. Yes, Corrupted Creatures. The usuals, like you'd expect people to extend these pretty much all the times. I wasn't sure about Gargoyles being extended, but you know, it's the way it is. I don't think Gargoyles are that great of a task personally, but if people want to extend them, then all the power to them. And then you can see Creatures of Lost Grove. We actually haven't covered that, but 311,000 tasks, 111,000 of them cancelled, with 141,000 completed, with a 47% comp rates. So you can see the extendeds are all there. That is just an overview of some of the tasks in 2018. Of course, there is 100 plus of them. This is just only some of them you can see in an overview. This next one's really cool, something we've never done before. This is the highest number of completed tasks by one player for that Slayer assignment in 2018. But before we get into that, this is the total amount of Slayer task streak. The number one player has currently got 2,172 task streak in Slayer. This is your top 20 of total tasks completed in the game, full stop, which includes essentially the run ahead of task streaks. So if we look at Aberrant Spectres, someone this year has decided to do that task and complete it 208 times. And of course, we have all of the Slayer creatures here. So if you want to see which task has been completed the most this year by a player in so on, then you can see it. But let me know.
Let's see what they say in the chat.
People, so okay, so this is where it gets interesting. So people will say that is wrong for task streaks, and I'd be interested to see that by all means. But again, we'll go to that. This again, I just want to reiterate, is 2018. This is task completed in 2018. So you might have a 4.4k task streak in overall, but this person has done 2,172 tasks in the year of 2018. Just to reiterate that, if you look at the tab at the bottom, it says 2018. Although it might be hard to see. Just doing this in a little bit. So yeah, apologies. I might not have zoomed in. I keep forgetting, so apologies. But yes, that is in 1 year. Someone has, in 1 year, completed 2,172 tasks this year, which is absurd average.
7 a day? Something like that? 6, 7 a day?
So I want to start with Abyssal Demons, of course. So someone has completed Abyssal Demons 419 times this year. So they've done it at almost, on average, 1.2 times a day or so on, whatever it may be. They've done it every day without fail. So they've used their mask, forced a task, or gotten it on a random roll, so on and so forth. The first person this year has done that task 419 times this year. Now, if we look at something like Ripper Demons, as an example, since Rippers are obviously a high skip rate, someone has done Ripper Demons 116 times this year. Now, that's a lot of XP, because that includes completed tasks. They've done a lot there, safe to say. So
that's
yeah,
one every 3 days.
It's impressive. It's very impressive. Hopefully, by the way, this is great. By the way, I love these streams. Hopefully, you're all enjoying this. I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit of just the excitement and the hype of just doing this. It's so awesome. All right, JD, pick some off. What are we gonna go for?
Eddie Moo again.
Eddie Moos. 353. So someone has done it almost once a day this year.
Well, it's over once a day.
Isn't it 300? No, 375 days in a year.
365,
Yeah, but that's 353.
Yeah, but we've not had 365 days of the year yet.
But, oh my god, of course we're not. I'm just gonna move away.
And this is the guy doing the stats stream.
I'm just gonna move away. Oh my god. I'm done. Okay, yeah, I'm the guy who just said 375 days in a year. I'm so good at this. Oh boy. Yeah, everyone's just gonna do this now, and you should. It's been a long day. Okay, but yes, someone is basically on track right now to do Edemus once a day for this year, which is mental, to be honest. So it's pretty crazy. And the difference, obviously, between 5th and 1st is quite significant in that sense. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. What else we got, JD?
Let's go Mammoths again.
Mammoths again.
Yeah.
112. Someone wants the 112. Almost as much as Ripper Demons in this year. They have done Mammoths. So.
And when you look at their completion rate, what was it, about 30?
No, 21%. Camel Warriors, 13%. Yeah.
Should we have a look at Camel Warriors then?
Oh, you look at Camel Warriors, 48. It's very close actually between these lot. But someone's decided to do 48 Camel Warriors this year. Fair play to them. So everyone, I'm seeing cows come up.
Cows, yeah, let's go cows.
10, 9. Now, obviously, I'm presuming due to the Achievement Bonanza update that came out, which brought out an achievement related to Super Cow, people have been trying to force the cow achievements to try and get the cow elite creature to try and get the achievement. So you have an opportunity to be the number one cow killer in Slayer tasks this year. You can do it. It is possible.
People suggesting dog and goblin.
Dog. 53 for dog. 53 completed tasks of dog. What'd you say, goblin? Is that correct?
Yeah, let's go goblin.
Oh my word, goblin. 41. Oh boy. I'll do Hellhounds. What else we got for Hellhounds? 200. Whoa! Look at the difference. Someone loves their Hellhounds. 219 this year compared to 85 in second. That's impressive. Someone loves their Hellhounds. Absolutely loves them. My goodness.
Great Demons. Let's go Great Demons.
Great Demons. That's pretty good. Wow, okay, 2nd to 5th is really close, but 80, 65, 64, 64, and 60.
So if you check your current streaks and stuff like that, and you're in this kind of roughly in this area, then you're doing a pretty good job.
They have no way, unfortunately, of seeing their streaks of a creature. This is us having to pull that for everyone. So if you've been tracking in that sense. So yes, there will be boss. Trust me, there is so much stuff we have yet to go through. This is just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak.
Should we go Dark Beasts?
That beast. This is going to be... If this isn't 300 plus, yeah, there you go.
Ooh,
Look how...
that's close.
That's everyone using masks. That has got to be, I imagine, based on where we are in the year, yes, pretty much everyone using masks to force that task through the day. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome to see. It's like a corrupted creatures. 200, again, very close on corrupted creatures. 229, 217, 203, and then 201s. I'll take two more.
Lava strike worms.
Okay, that's 3 more. We'll do air root, lava strike worms, and then we'll do
grot worms.
Grot worms.
Yeah,
sure. So what did I say? Air roots. We'll do air roots. This can be forced via a mask, but only 144. And they have a weighting of, I believe it's 16 when it comes to a task. They're actually pretty common in regards to getting them as a task. So either people have blocked them or people just don't like smashing out air roots as much as they can. Would say lava strike worms?
I think so. I can't remember now. Yeah, lava strike worms.
Who knows?
Yeah.
64 this year for lava strike worms. Obviously, some of the masks do have a 3-day wait and so on. Air roots, I think, are 3-day waits, I think. Which might explain why they're a little lower versus the rest.
And grot worms was the last one.
Grot worms, indeed.
Because they seem to be so popular. The grot worms there.
Oh, cheers, JD. Whoa.
What?
We have numbers going all over the place here. What is this?
Sort them at the top.
Ah, interesting. We seem to have... Oh, no, it's just duplicate. That's all.
Okay.
It's just duplicate. It's all
Yeah,
good.
that's fine.
So it's basically these 5. So 142, 120, 102, 83, and
I'm surprised
81.
it's not higher, actually, that one.
Oh, man. We have barely scraped the surface of this stream, ladies and gentlemen. But
We have a lot more tabs to go through.
seeing how much you're all getting into it is great, and this is why I wanted to kind of push for this stream, let alone a way to end the stream for 2018. I think it's really cool. So yeah, I think it's great to see this.
Yeah. It's good point to note as well. We aren't going to be giving people's names out.
No,
We're not
absolutely
going to be
not. No.
identifying anyone in particular. If you are top of,
If you want to brag
Yeah,
and
if
you
you
know
wanna
it's you,
feel free.
by all means, power to you. But I'm not going to drop anyone's name in to obviously they might not want to know people to know that. Inevitably, if there was obviously such a spin as, let's say, boss high scores or whatever, if boss high scores came out, then, you know, your name would show up. You kind of have no choice then. But for now, this isn't a give away that person's name and so on, because it's just, that's just not cool. Okay, this is the total boss pet unlocks we have in the game right now. Now, some interesting points. Valid Omega Duck, as usual, at the top, but for the very first time since we've done the last data stream, the Vindictor pet has now overtaken Krill as a boss pet unlock, technically the highest, not including the duck, and then Gorvek is just underneath it. So Vindictor absolutely dominates the top 3, give or take. Does a really great job of, showing how often people want to go to Vindictor and get their stuff done. And then you can kind of see our God Wars Dungeon 1 bosses as usual.
Is this total or is this just for 2018?
This is total.
Okay, so bear in mind Vindictor came out, was it 2016?
Yes, March 2016, God Wars Dungeon 2, yes.
Yeah, so a lot of those have been out for a lot longer.
Yes, Krill's been out obviously since God Wars Dungeon 1, but of course boss pets weren't a thing until I believe 2014, I want to say, maybe earlier. But if we just scroll down, we can kind of see QPD actually pushes KPD very nicely here. Rax is up there, but Rax of course is a very steady moneymaker. People have unlocked their pets as they go through Rax. That is of course the Araxor boss pet, whereas the Araxi boss pet is down there 9.5. Next one, down there 10k, finally breaking that 10k barrier, which is great to see. Beastmaster still down there as well. Excuse me. Legionnaires pets, that's where they start the group up. They always seem to have this pattern where people will go on the Legionnaires grind. If they do one boss, they have to kind of do all the rest. We do have completion numbers, log percentages, we will get to later. And then towards the bottom, we have Solak, 334. Then this is the Elite Dungeon 1 boss pet, which is from Seriu at 601. And then AOD, followed by Calfight Queen. There is a lot here, as you can see. Magister only just now overtaking Calfight Queen as well. Newest content, though, down the bottom, kind of expected, as we would imagine. Solak, of course, releasing in May, and the Amanishi Dungeon Pet releasing in July.
Yeah, and when you see how many people obviously had
June.
completed Solak in the previous... Oh, no, sorry, we were looking at Telos, weren't we, not Solak? Was it completions of Solak?
For what? Sorry, for
earlier on when we were looking at boss completions.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to. I'm just double checking. I cannot see. We may have missed. I do apologize if we have. We may have missed Vitalis. Let me just double check something. Vitalis and Bombi, maybe. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is a blame, Shauny. Apologies. We'll get them. I'll get them for you. I'll find a way to get them for you. This is why when we do the stream, we haven't done the full list posting anyway, so when we get to the full list, we'll do from there. I can see Elite Dungeon 2 as well as
I was going to say
Vitalis and the 2 Virago. Blame Shauny. It's fine. Just do a blame Shauny. There are other Virago stats. I do promise you, there are other Virago stats. It's okay.
Someone's put in the chat, wow, Vitalis rarest pet again.
Okay, skill and pet unlocks. This is awesome. Credit to Morcanon for this. He's done a really cool thing this year. So for the first time, we can now see the pets in 2017 and 2018. So in agility, we saw in 2017 12,000 agility skill and pets unlocked, an average of 34 pets every day. So if we look at 2017 as a whole, we can see that from the highest to lowest, fishing, as per usual, dominates. Fishing is the #1 skill in pet at the time of 2017. It has been a consistent skill in pet gainer. It always has done so, all the way down to the bottom. But of course, be aware that the 2017 skill in pets for combat had only released in November 2017, hence why their numbers are low. Now,
let's say the average per day is the highest.
Yes.
As well, so important to note that.
So what happens if we go to 2018?
Dun dun dun.
So on 2018. Constitution absolutely dominates 2018 as a year of a combat / skill and pets. Average of 247 Constitution pets a day. Now remember, anytime you're doing combat, you are getting Constitution XP, hence why you're rolling so much, hence why you are likely to get the pets more than any other. Defense, then range, then magic. So 4 combat skills in 2018 are the highest, but of course be aware that in 2016 and 2017, the skill in pets have kinda gone out of play because most people have got them. People are saying farming because of player on farms.
Yeah, I was going to say, you look at farming and fishing, again, whilst they're quite high, again, you look at deep sea fishing, you look at player on farms.
It's interesting because in 2017, we saw for farming 28,000 people. 2018, we saw 32,000.
Yeah.
There is definitely an increase for them. Absolutely no denying that. But I think it would be, I thought it would be higher than what it was because of
farms only came out in
September. Correct.
So.
And the final list, so this is the total list of skill and pets. For the first time, fishing is knocked off its pedestal. Constitution is now the most common combat / skill and pet in the game. Fishing second, mining third. I still haven't got mining, by the way. Divination, woodcutting, farming, slayer, invention, defense now sneaking up there alongside range and magic. And if we go towards the bottom, for the first time, construction is right down the bottom. For the very first time, it is right at the bottom. And prayer is only just above it, with hunter above that. Hunter used to be the pet that was the rarest. Has now been increased, now been passed by construction. Summoning is a strange one for me. Everyone obviously does summoning during double XP most of the time, and that's where the majority of the skill and pets come from. But to see summoning only 23,000, less than Runecrafting, does show that summoning is occasionally trained, but not as much compared to your agility and Runecrafting.
I'm surprised at that, actually.
So that is skill and pet unlocks. So let us move on. Whew, collection.
There are plenty of tabs in this Excel spreadsheet.
A little bit of a secret upcoming peek of what's coming up. Next up is the collection logs titles. Now, some of these you may already know based on rarities, but Vindicta absolutely dominates the collection log.
Wow.
It's not even funny. It's double of any collection log title we have in the game. 8,600 people have the Vindicta collection log title, followed by Kriara, then Rax just behind Kriara. And then, of course, QPD, followed by Krill, and so on. You can see the list as we go down. Down the bottom, we have actually got Elite Dungeons 2 as a title here. So you can see it has actually only just come out in August, but has already overtaken Barrows and Solak as a title.
Yeah, and Amanishi's a lot.
And Virago's there. We've got Virago, guys. 332 Virago titles. You can guarantee 332 people have the Vitalis pet at the very least. How about that for some numbers? So, again, you can kind of see the usuals. Telos, a KPD being down there is very interesting, but kind of, I guess, expected based on what I've seen. Mojiago, I assume, won't mind me saying this, but he went 10,000 kills dry on his title to finish it. So, not many people have that KPD title whatsoever. So, it's pretty awesome to see. AOD is... Please tell me AOD's on here. AOD's on here. It's next two. Next two is AOD in the back end of the game. 310 people have that title. Above Cow by Kin, but that's kind of unstable. But Corp kind of shows you how unlucky people are with their Corp sigils. Only 199 people have the core beast title. So, yeah, a bit unfortunate for them. Next up is the numbers of Insane Final Bosses and Final Bosses since Solak's release.
Ooh.
So, since that time, we've seen 52 people get the Insane Final Boss title in-game since Solak has released, along with 83 people getting the Final Boss title, which is, of course, 5,000 kills in total with 100 kills on all of the bosses in-game. IFB, of course, is that plus all of the boss pets. Cool. Right. Double XP stats for the month that's just gone by, November. We love these. And some interesting ones have come up from here. This stream, yes, does give RuneScape. You can keep an eye for that.
We will drop it off at the end of the stream.
So, yes, here we go. So this is the XP gained in November 2018.
Shocker of all shockers, it's summoning at the top of the pile.
But for the first time, Smithing makes an appearance on the second place of this chart. Now that is surprising. Beats Invention. Invention now beaten by Smithing, but a lot of people may have 200 million. And Smithing, in a summary, people are getting ready for the Mining Smithing update. This is why people have slammed out that skill. Now, what we have with these charts is really cool. You can kind of see the lighter color is the XP gained normally during a normal weekend versus the shaded part of a double XP bar. Smithing's just absolutely ridiculous. I think that's safe. Summoning's ridiculous. Sorry, summoning's ridiculous. What I meant to say. But you can already see that. And as we make our way towards the bottom, you can kind of see our gathering skills kind of tail away a little bit with runecrafting, woodcutting, fishing and mining. They're all kind of the same down there. And in total, 1,333 billion total XP.
And depending on whether you are US or UK, that's 1.3 trillion.
Huh?
1,000 billion is.
Oh, yes.
Or
fair
a billion,
enough.
billion,
Fair enough.
depending on whether you.
It was almost 1.37 billion. So close. I would have loved for that.
Guys, come on, get another 4 billion next time.
And then, of course, the levels gained during double XP. Always cool to see. And this time, for the first time ever, Smithing is the top skill of levels gained in a double XP weekend. 373,000 levels gained during the double XP weekend for Smithing. Crafting, understandably, and herb lore, your skills that sink a lot of money were what people focused on. That's kind of understandable. That's why they're up there. And then towards the bottom, we have farming, runecrafting, and DG. All in all, 4.8 million levels gained during double XP in November 2018.
So Bobski asked a good question. Is this levels or virtual levels?
This includes... good question. This is what we have came on us.
We'll get back to you on that one.
Does that include V levels? There you go.
I mean, Nelly Cage just asked these 1 to 99 only. I mean, in most cases, I would.
Did we break a Guinness World Record for XP gains?
I mean, they're obviously the skills that go to 120 anyway.
Yes.
So that wouldn't be applying, but we're just double checking to see if they are including virtual levels.
I'm going to presume V levels are included. It makes sense to include them, but even more so with Smithing being 300. Yeah, it has to be, because Smithing, to have that many levels in 373,000 for Smithing, it has to include virtual levels as well. So that needs to be there.
He's just checking for us.
He's checking. I'm pretty sure it is. Can you show fastest boss kills? Yes. Trust me.
It's all coming.
Let the stream end. I promise you, and then you will see what we have. Next up, this is really cool. JD had this request, so I thought we'd do this.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you're the one who suggested this. The Surge 1 tile.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So in the Achievement Bonanza update in November, we brought out an achievement which was Surge 1 tile. And I think it's called Oops, I meant to do that, something like that. And in a quick summary, this gives you an idea of how frequent that achievement come up. And as, of course, the days go by, how many more people are unlocking it. Now, of course, it's really cool to see day one of, as you'd expect, all the people won their rune score, they would do that. And then you kind of see a little bit of a spike about...
XP weekend, surely.
Yes, based on the fact I have to turn my head sideways. No, it's actually not. It's actually the week before double XP, which is where that spike is there. But you can kind of see, as time goes on, that cumulative unlocks just straight up, which is cool to see. Right. Boss stats, boss stats, boss stats. Here we go, everyone. Here we go. So without further ado, this, first of all, is the top 20 Reaper task streaks this year. Someone has done 1,861 Reaper tasks. I believe this is lifetime. I will get that double checked. But if you take into account Reaper came out in, Boss Reaper came out in 2014, 1,861 Reapers over the space of, give or take, 4+ years. It's pretty mental.
That's 400. 450 odd a year.
And obviously you can buy 2 tasks a day with sacrificing, I believe it's 200 Slayer points for that. But yeah, someone has done 1,861 Reaper tasks from the time it released in 2014 all the way up to now. Insane.
That's insane. And it's not even close either. There's that's a good 150 above second place. That's insane.
I mean, the time is yeah, it's the first time we've shown that, and I just look at it, I'm just like, what? The people are figuring it out in chats about 1 task a day based on the so it's been out 1,583 days since release. Finer. 1 task a day, so they've done Reaper guaranteed every day, unless of course they may have missed a day and then done a double Reaper with their Slayer task points and so on.
That would be even more impressive if they've not.
What? Managed to do 2 a day every day.
Well, no, if they've done 1 a day every day, I think that's more impressive.
I just think about all the Hydrix they could buy. So much money they could make from that. It's incredible. But yeah, 1,861 Reaper task streak. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right. Skilling pet dry streaks. You guys have asked for this.
This is one of my favorites.
We did a video on this a long time ago on the RuneScape channel, and you guys liked this. Now, before we jump into this, I want to preface this a couple of points. This does not include people who might have the pet in their bank and have not yet claimed it, or have had the pet and destroyed it. So just be aware of that when you see these numbers. However, we are going to start with the very first time we have Hardcore Ironman stats for dry streaks, and I believe most of these. So, without further ado, we'll start with Hardcore Ironman, and the dry streak for an agility skill in the Hardcore Ironman player base. 30 million, I actually believe, is legit. I can imagine a Hardcore Ironman going 30 million XP without a skill in pets for that skill. I can believe that.
It'd be soul destroying, wouldn't it? That would be like. I mean, if you were going for it as well, surely they must be going for it as well.
30 million's not in the scope of 30 million's not massive for an Hardcore Ironman. It can be a bit more, I imagine.
Yeah.
But I suppose you have half an hour, so on and so forth. This one's pretty painful. Prayer, 103 million. Basically, they've done, give or take, 120 prayer, and have yet to have their prayer pets. They are ridiculously ahead of second, down to 20. Yeah, it's a bit of a rip. It's a bit unfortunate.
That is F to pay respect.
Yeah, what do you guys want to see? I'll take 5 skills of Hardcore Iron Man, then we'll go on to Ironman.
Summoning. Let's go summoning. We've got slot streams
expected. Nothing too bad there.
Dungeoneering.
Dungeoneering.
Oh my god!
Wow, I believe that. I have to do invention as well. Invention is a given. Yikes!
Wow.
Wow, 145 million Dungeoneering XP without a pet. Yikes!
Oh.
Wow.
And everyone complains that they've gone dry for a long time. Like,
right. We'll do Runecrafting, then we'll do Invention. Runecrafting, 46 million without pets. And then finally, Invention, 140. No one has hit that 200 million threshold yet without a pet for Hardcore Ironman. So next up, we will... fine, I'll do Hunter for you lot. No way, no way. 133 million XP without a Hunter pet. I mean, I can believe it, but I actually feel horrid for the Ironman.
I feel sick.
Yeah, the chat reaction sums it up, I think.
Yeah.
Big yikes. Oh, jeez. Man, that's brutal. Okay, Ironman. We'll start with Ironman on Hunter. There is an Ironman with 178 million XP without a pet. And again, I'll take a couple of skills, so fire away, people.
Herblore. Let's go Herblore.
Herblore for Ironman. 113 million XP, so 120 plus without a pet.
Fishing. Let's go fishing, because it seems to be...
Fishing's common, but even still for 96 million. I could believe that he might have got it and not claimed it yet. I think that could be a possibility. Fishing is a very common pet in the list of things, so that could be expected.
Let's go runecrafting.
Runecrafting, 52 million.
It seems to be invention and construction.
We had invention when we started the category, so that's fine. Someone said they made the list. Veronic, if you want a list where, I'll happily go back to the skill and look at the number. So let me know. Dungeoneering.
Construction?
Yeah. Construction might be brutal to look at. 141 million.
God.
Man, can you imagine doing 141 million construction XP on an Iron Man and not having a pet? Yikes.
Oh, ouch.
Oh dear. I'm the Hardcore Iron Man with 120 prayer without a pet. No way. Beezor, no way. Wow.
pick saw it didn't happen. I tell you.
Yeah, it has to be one of those.
What we'd love is if you're happy to claim them, if you tweet one of the two of us with proof that you guys
tweet at RuneScape. Let's get it on the RuneScape account. We can retweet some. I think. It'll be fine.
Or put it on Reddit or something like that and tag us in it. We'd love to see it. I mean, sucks to be you, but I mean. But we'd love to see it.
Are we going to get access to the spreadsheet? Sadly not, but the plan is to distribute the data from this spreadsheet into separate posts as time goes on. That is the plan. Please Ironman summoning. I've got to beat high up. Okay, let's do the last one for Ironman. 90 million. Almost 120 summoning without a pet there. And all the way down to 19 million for 20th. Okay, normals.
This is where it gets really fun.
Let's do it. Let's do it with invention normals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 200 million. Ooh. Now, some people have said they've gone over 200 million XP without a pet. I went 148 million without an invention pet. I can believe a lot of this to be skilling pet dry streaks on invention. It's pretty insane.
What was that? 802? What does it go down to? 802 to 861. So that's 60
people. 60 people over 200 million invention without claiming a pet. Wow. All right, what else? Dungeoneering for normal players. 200 million for two people. A lot of people on the cusp of 200 million as well.
That's really tightly packed, isn't it? I know, obviously, Dungeoneering is one of those things that you obviously train to 200 million, but...
construction. 194 million without a pet. I could believe that. I could believe that. How about mining? Because I've done a lot of mining XP. I haven't got it yet. Nope. 184 million. There's a lot of 100s here for normals. I mean, that's safe to say. Agility, guys, look at agility. Oh my god. I can believe that. 199.1 agility XP without a pet. And then we'll look at the most common one, which is fishing, and I think we'll leave it there. Actually, there's one skill I've not looked at which people seem to think is really unlucky, and that's Bernie for fire making. So we'll look at fire making for all three categories. Look, we could stay on this sheet all day. We've
seen that Bernie is actually not one of the least.
No, but in regard to dry streaks, I could believe it being high.
There's the urban myth that it is one of the hardest to get. So
okay, let's look at fire making for non-Ironman. There is someone who's 200 million dry as a normal player. There is an Ironman who's 200 million dry, and there is a hacker Ironman with 183 million dry on the fire making skill pet. Wow.
Okay, I take back what I just said.
God. Yikes. So
that must be the highest that we've seen for a hacker.
I did say I was done, but I think that's the highest in regards to dry streak for a hacker Ironman. I did say we were done, but if we look at Constitution, which is the most most common skill pet, let's look at that for the three categories and see how people are dry on that. So there's hacker Ironman is 88 million dry on the HP pet, 141 million for the Ironman, and 194 million for a wait, that's construction. I'm so good at this, Sean. It's called hit points. What are you doing? It's because I saw the C. Let's start again. Wow. Okay, so this is technically 200 million because when your account is created, you have 1,002 XP or 1,200 XP, one of the two. So these are technically 200 million XP dry roll for hit points pets. Ironman, there are 4, 5, 6, 6 people who have and haven't got it, and 196 million for a hardcore Ironman without a hit points pets. Someone said dry streaks not funny. Dry streaks aren't funny, of course not, but in a way you have to just go and just be like, well,
take it as an achievement.
Yeah.
Take it as an achievement that you haven't got one.
Yeah.
That's less likely than actually getting one.
But again, just to reiterate, there is a possibility some of the people here might have the pet already, then destroyed it, so technically are dry, just to reinforce that point. But hey, that was really fun. I enjoyed that, especially seeing the hacker Ironman ones. The prayer one's quite upsetting. Yeah, it's quite insane. Okay. Boss pet dry streaks.
Okay,
Boss
this is where
pet
it's
dry streaks. Get fun. Okay. So, first of all, we have categories again for Hardcore Ironman. So you can see that right now for Araxi, the joint 20th for them, 304 kills without a boss pet. So, we'll go through these in rank order. I'm just going to list all the ranks for these, and then we'll just choose a boss pet to go with it. So for Hardcore Ironman, for Araxi, there is a Hardcore Ironman who is currently 820 kills without a boss pet. As a Hardcore Ironman, by the way, without the boss pet for him. If we look at the Ironman, look at the Ironman, we have 2,091. And then if we look at normal, we have 10k, but I'm 1,000,000% sure this person destroys their pet because their threshold's really high and they like their broadcast. I'm pretty confident in that. I don't believe that to be legit in that sense, but something to keep aware
still,
of.
the 6,000 one is still.
So yes, we'll take a couple more bosses. You know the drill by now, guys. By all means, rattle them off.
This is one of the ones that if you want to see the entire list, we will probably publish it at some point if you guys want it. So
if we were to go for every single one, we'd probably be here for many, 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 many hours, which would be cool. But you know, we have families to go home to. It's the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, JD, you're gonna have to pluck them out.
Should we go KBD? That's the top one.
KBD. Okay. So KBD non-Ironman 9.2k for first place, all the way down to 20th, which is 3.9k. Ironman is a little lower, 2.7k. Could believe that actually, based on thresholds. That is a possibility that is probably legit. Hardcore Ironman 1,481. Oh boy, shall we look at Virago? I gotta take Virago.
Yeah,
Virago for Hardcore Ironman. There's a 301 Hardcore Ironman.
That is so much higher than everybody else.
Without a pet. So only 2 people have hit the final boss threshold for Hardcore Ironman. For Virago, 301 for that Hardcore Ironman. Very ballsy, sir. Very ballsy. And then, of course, you can see a lot of 1 kills. Understandable. If you're doing Virago as a Hardcore Ironman, you probably just want to get your kill and get out of there. It's understandable. Yes. Let's look at Ironman. 3,524. Could be possible for Vitalis. This one, I'm 1,000,000% sure is not legit because it's 15,000. If someone is actually gone 15,000 kills without Vitalis, I cannot see that happening. I'm positive they destroy it to get their broadcast, their thresholds, and so on. I can't see that happening. I could see these happening based on how close they are. I just don't think 15k is that possible. Now, someone said Chaos Ellie. Now, that's a very good one, because Chaos Elemental is in the wilderness. And if you're a hardcore Ironman going into the wilderness...
Let's go with that.
Let's have a look. Dry Streaks, I could believe all of these for normal players. 3.3k kills in first place non-Ironman. Ironman, 4,000. Dry, hardcore Ironman. Someone has done 1,259 Chaos Elemental kills as a hardcore Ironman without a boss pet.
Someone is crazy.
I admire it. If you want to stay in the wilderness for that long, fair play to you, honestly. Yeah. Fair play to you.
Should we do one more?
Yes. What should we do?
People are saying AOD. Let's go AOD.
AOD. Fair enough. Next, Angel of Death, Hardcore Ironman. There's a lot of ones, but then there's a Hardcore Ironman who's killed AOD at 864 times. Very confident in his team, so fair play to him. Creating search party for Hardcore Ironman doing Chaos Elemental. And then with Ironman, we have 3.5k and so on, as you can see here.
Believable?
I'd say so. And then 11k, which I want to say is a case of destroying the pet and so on, but hey, fair play to them.
I think when you see like there's a 5k gap, I think then you start.
I've got to take raids, especially for team bosses. Like raids, if someone screws up in raids, you can die, which is dangerous for Hardcore Ironman. So we'll do Beastmaster and Yaka, and then we'll be done with the boss pet Dry Streaks. Okay. Beastmaster Durzak, 1,427 on first place. Bear with me, I'm just signing back into my laptop just to make sure I don't miss anything.
Let's face it, we want to go for the hardcore Ironman.
Yeah, we do.
Let's go for hardcore Ironman.
We're going to see Ironman at first. 533 on Ironman, and then hardcore Ironman. 141 kills on a Beastmaster Durzak with the #1 Ironman who's gone dry on a pet streak. Yakamaru, 123 Yaka kills. We'll get to Solak in a bit. I've got a special sheet for him, so keep an eye out for that one. That's why he's not on this little table here. He will be on a separate tab as we move on.
Frosty Nipples has asked us to be able to look at after the stream. We can't show you this spreadsheet.
You can watch a stream back.
You can watch the stream back. And we're going to be hopefully releasing bits of information per week in 2019.
Yes, that's the plan. So yeah, just spreading out the information and then giving us a bit of a break to set up for another data stream, and then we can kind of get into a bit of a process for that, which would be awesome.
And if you have anything that you think would be really interesting to find out, tweet one of us and we'll see what we can do.
What about Rots on Hardcore Ironman? And people are saying 233, 232, 100, all the way down to double digits down to there. That's for Hardcore Ironman. So you can see that one there. Ironman 3.9k. Now, obviously, boss pet Dry Streaks for Rise of 6, their boss pet mechanic for them is different compared to other bosses. So I can believe Ironman going that long without having it. But I'm pretty sure they have the currency to buy the pets. So I think they're just going to show off their very high KC there. Okay. we could be on that all day. I'm going to try and move on. Okay, top 20 boss killers by monster. Of course, we have Hardcore Ironman on here, because of course we do. So, first of all, 1 to 20, Hardcore Ironman, Raxi. The first place has 1337 as a Hardcore Ironman on Raxi. He, of course, is not on the dry streak, so he must have gotten his pets. So he has done 1,337 Araxi kills with his Hardcore Ironman, and I have to respect it a lot. Well played. We'll look at Virago Hard Mode Hardcore Ironman. Only 4 people have done a Virago Hard Mode kill as a Hardcore Ironman. This is including Hardcore Ironman that are alive only. So
this is for all time, isn't it?
Yes.
This isn't
and this only includes Ironmen who are alive. Hardcore Ironmen are alive. 37. First place for Virago Hard Mode.
I would like to meet that person and shake their hand.
Very impressive. Very impressive. And then if we look at Virago, for that, we have 301, 100, and so on. So I'll go back to Raxi, so we'll look at the rest. Ironmen, 4,112. And first place for non-Ironmen, 34,000 Rax kills. 34,000 Rax kills is a lot of money. A lot of legs, a lot of fangs, a lot of eyes, a lot of webs. It's a lot of money there.
Game Bugio, surprisingly wants us to look at
Hellweir. Yeah,
should we have a look at Hellweir?
We'll look at Hellweir in a second. These numbers were taken all the way up to last Monday, as is the data on here. So if the first place for Raxi has done more kills since then, that will of course not be accurate. But we've got pretty much a very solid base to go off here.
Yeah, I mean, if you've done more than 5k Araxi kills in the last 3 days, I think you're fine.
We have a separate tab for Solak. We will get to that, I promise you. But it's in a separate tab in this sheet, so we'll get to that in just a bit. Hellweir, 60,000. That is still Game Bugio, I believe. I believe that is him. He's still number 1. If we look at Ironman, 4,570. And then the Hardcore Ironman, 4,377. Now, I'm going to now look at Godward's Dungeon 2 bosses, their hard mode variants, and Telos as a Hardcore Ironman. Now, this is important because challenge mode versions of Godward's Dungeon 2 bosses are quite brutal. They can really cost you. Hellweir only has 3 Hardcore Ironmen that have ever killed the challenge mode version of him. 7, 6, and 1.
So if you want to make RuneScape history, then kill
one. I mean, if you kill one, you go into the top 4 by default as a Hardcore Ironman. If we look at Grigorovich, only 2 people, with 1 person killing it 60 times as a Hardcore Ironman in challenge mode. 2 people have only ever killed, and they're currently alive as a Hardcore Ironman have ever killed the challenge mode version of Grigorovich. Vindicta is a brutal one. Vindicta's challenge mode have a 600,000, but yet 3 people, 1 person, 3 people have done it more. Because Grigorovich, even though technically is easier in regards to less health and so on, more people have done Vindicta as a challenge mode, and that's only 3 people. And then if we look at Twin Furies, we only have 3 people as well, but someone's done 50 kills there as well. This might motivate people to try and do Hardcore Ironman challenge mode bosses, and we might see some broadcasts. So I do apologize in advance if you die, but at least I'm trying to encourage you to try and go for it, right? There is a chance that the 3 people we are seeing are the same people, but even still, fair play to them if they want to do that. Telos, where is Telos?
Oh, I like the way you sang that then.
I love Telos. Telos is amazing. Actually, before we do that, we'll look at the normal stats for these as well, because I completely forgot that. Ironman for challenge mode of Twin Furies, 1,591. And someone has done it 2,000 times on a normal account. Then if we look at the Hammer version of Vindicta, 1,600 on normal. 106. Look how close it is for
really
Ironman.
Close.
Ironman challenge mode Vindicta. You have an opportunity here to be number 1. This is how close it is for that.
There are a lot of people on 100.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going for final boss, so they will go for their 100 requisite and just go away.
Ooh.
They want their IFB/FB.
You know where to go.
And then if we look at Grigorovich, it's for Ironman 387. This is challenge mode, and the normal version someone has done the challenge mode version of Grigorovich 1,880 times. Fair play to them. And then finally, that leaves us with Hellweir, 2,259 on challenge mode, 710 on Ironman. So here we are. We're an hour in, and we've still got a lot more to show you, everyone. So I'm so glad this is a 2-hour stream.
Yes.
Okay.
Telos.
Right, let's go from normal. Telos. Look at these kills.
Oh my.
16,000 kills on Telos. That's a lot of orbs. That is a lot of staffs, swords, and bows, and reprisals. That is an absurd killing number for a boss that was only released in June 2017.
Yeah.
Sorry, June 2016. It's an absurd number, but Telos brings the loot. If you can streak, Telos brings it, and obviously these people can streak. Or for some reason they've just done 16,000 0% in rage kills, but I doubt that somehow. So yeah, if someone wants to do 16,000 0% claims, then yikes. I don't think that's possible. I don't think they would do that. Oh my goodness.
Should we go Ironman?
Ironman, yes, thank you. 4,499 for Ironman, and for Hardcore Ironman, someone has done Telos 1,226 times on the Hardcore Ironman, and a lot of ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even if you do it once, look, you get on the leaderboard, joint 14th. Not too bad, is it?
It's not bad at all. Yes, 1,226 Hardcore Ironman kills at Telos. Yeah. That is pretty insane. Again, we could go through these all day.
Should we do King
depending on how far we get in the stream, like we could come back to some of these and look at a bit more, but we'll go to, what you say, KBD?
KBD, let's go KBD.
For kills. 3,987 for Hardcore Ironman, 16,100 for Ironman, and 69,684 for normal. And then we are going to move on because there's so much. Right, this is the tab I was promising about, Solak and ED bosses, or Elite Dungeon. Okay, so this, first of all, includes the non-Ironman. You might notice that Hardcore Ironman is grayed out. Now, the reason for that is if we scroll down, a Hardcore Ironman, if we go on their category, has never, ever done Elite Dungeon 1. They have never done Masuta and Seryu. They have done Elite Dungeon 2. They have never done Elite Dungeon 1 fully.
Wow.
So, this is the Hardcore Ironman who have killed, by the way, Crossian, I think is the name. I think someone actually did it today. I did a tweet yesterday going, no Hardcore Ironman has done this tweet, has done this. Someone has just done it, I believe, this week or today, and they have done it because of my tweets. I'm not including them because the data is from last Monday, so I cannot give you credit for that achievement, but if you know you've done it, you've done it. This is... well, solo, this is group. So this is Ironman group. So 6 kills in an Ironman group kill on the Crassian. In solo, only 1 at the time Hardcore Ironman had done the Crassian. And then if we move on to the other ones, we're going to just highlight all of these. It'll just be easier to see this. So if we look at Amanishi 2, Amanishi 2 is Masuta. I mean, this is a group, by the way. So they've done Masuta as a group, as you can see here, as highlighted by the ones. Dragon 4-2 is Veric Lith, I believe, and that is as a group. Solo is Akrasian, as I mentioned. Amanishi 3 is Seryu. 3 people as a Hardcore Ironman group, probably as a group altogether, to be honest, because it's 3 people. Have done Seryu as a group boss. And then someone has soloed Astalan 7 times. And 2 Hardcore Ironmen have done the Blackstone Dragon 2 times as a group. 6 times they've done Veric Lith, and 7 times they've done Blackstone Dragon as a solo. And that's Ironman. Now if we look at... and that's Ironman obviously in ranks 1. So if we were to do obviously variations based on 1 to 10, and then we look at Solak. Solak has only ever had 1 Hardcore Ironman kill it. 1. Only one Hardcore Ironman has ever killed Solak currently. That can change. But yes, as an interesting fact, only 1 Hardcore Ironman has ever done it.
Someone called Solak.
Someone called Solak doing a laugh. I love it. Great stuff. So yes, Ozswag saying it's him. I believe him.
That is incredibly impressive.
But yeah, Hardcore Ironman. Fair play. And then if we look at 1 to 10 on the Solak kills, we have 989 for the Ironman, and if we look at the non-Ironman, someone has done it 2,863 times. People are just going to say it was me now, aren't they? Everyone's going to go, oh, I'm the one who did the Hardcore Ironman kill. I want the proof. Give me the proof. I mean, I'm pretty sure Swag died on a quest. But, I mean, unless he's got some secret over account, but I'm pretty sure he died on a quest on his Hardcore Ironman. So, yes. Yeah, everyone's just saying it was me. Here we go. I did it, said Solak. Love it. Anyway, if we look at Ironman, and we have the top there, we will look at 1 by 1. So as Ironman groups, 136. Solos is 100. I'm going to focus on solos just for the ease of time and because there's so much data going through my head. So if we look at Crassians, 2 Ironmen have done it 100 times, going for final boss. 3 Ironmen, someone's done Masuta 200 times, which is crazy. And then that, of course, I should mention, might show 200 because there was a kill count bug when the content went live, which doubled everyone's KC at Masuta, which might explain why he has only 100 kills here, because how could he progress through the dungeon and get 200 kills? Yeah, only kill a Krasi in 100, so I'm pretty sure that's the double bug. So that you would assume is 100 based on that. Seryu is 100 for 2 people, so from Elite Dungeon 1, 2 Ironmen have done final boss in that area. And then if we look at the solos for that, there's a lot of people. You kind of see the numbers were a lot higher for the Elite Dungeon 2 solos. This is where people started to really get into the experience. They enjoyed Elite Dungeon 2. That was Vericliffe, and this is Blackstone Dragon. Then, of course, if we look at our normal players, someone has done Blackstone Dragon 400 times in solo in Elite Dungeon 2. Vericliffe 400 times. You can probably guess what the solo is for number 1, 400 times. And then if we look at Elite Dungeon 1, they have done it 281 times for Seryu, 302 for Masuta. So they've kind of fallen a little bit along the way.
2 people tied at the top as well.
No, that's the double. Sorry, ignore me. That's a double. So that'll be 151 probably. And then 283 for Crassians. Okay. This is the first time we've ever done this. Boss kill times. Yes, we have boss kill times. The way this is done, the way I'm going to try and present this in the best way possible is to show the boss they've killed, the ticks, because the time registered is based on server ticks. So 1 tick is 0.6 seconds, and then convert that into a time in seconds. So we'll start with Hardcore Iron Man, and we'll choose 5 bosses from Hardcore Iron Man. And of course, Araxi by default will appear. So we'll look at the top 20 kill times for Araxi, and then we'll do a comparison from there. So I'll ask you all to kind of go from there afterwards, but we'll do Araxi first and focus on that. Yep. So the first place for Araxi as a Hardcore Iron Man is someone who's done it in just over 3 minutes. Just over 3 minutes as a Hardcore Iron Man on Araxi is pretty impressive. All the way down to the 20th place, and you can kind of see the time deviations are pretty significant. So that's some impressive Hardcore Iron Man time in there. So well played to them for Araxi. If we look at Iron Man, we have times coming down now. So if we look at these times, this is what 111 is
just under 2 minutes.
Yeah, just under 2 minutes. And you have to remember you can duo, and this is why 2 people have the same time. So you can duo racks. These Iron Men have perfected their duo racks, and they have their time there of 111.6 seconds. So that's their time there. And of course, when we come to the normal players, you can expect to see duos again.
Wow.
Now, this person is on their own out there at 97 seconds. However, I do know, and I'm pretty confident, that the person they did it with was someone who reset their kill time, hence why he's the only person up here. You might also notice as well it goes from 6 instead of 1. That's because the 5 people above it, their times were actually not legit whatsoever. There were times that have been recorded due to bugs and so on, so I've not included them for the sake of validity. So if we look at the duos, we have obviously 2 here. This is the top duo, give or take. Pretty much doing it in 1 minute and 40 seconds, give or take, with that. So it's pretty impressive to see. So yeah, those times are pretty insane. So now I throw it to the chat. What do you guys want to see next?
Should we go Yaka?
Yakamaru. Now, prefaces to this, there was a Yakamaru time set yesterday. That is not on this sheet. There was a brand new Yakamaru time, which was set, I think it was 3:31, although people in the chat will correct me. That was set by a group who knew this stream was coming up and wanted to try and beat their time. They set a 3:31, maybe a 3:21, one of the two. So I haven't got that time, so we'll show the older one. But as you can see, 214.2 seconds. And of course, because they did it as a group, they all have that credit.
So that would be 211 then, wouldn't it?
211?
3 minutes and 30.
I don't know. I'm not great at time conversions, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yes, you can kind of, people in the chat are much better and probably smarter than me to figure this out. But yes, those are the times there for them, and then you can see the time just below that as well. Longest boss kill times would be interesting to do on a data stream, actually. That'd be pretty fun.
Maybe we'll say that for the next one.
That'd be a pretty good one. If we look at Iron Man, the times, of course, start to scale up a little bit, but there's a lot of Iron Men who have set a time which is pretty much spot on here. Now, of course, this Yaka group has 10 people, so this could be different people to show. This could be different people grouping them and going from there. Wait, didn't you promise to show RSN of kill time? No, I did not. Hell no. I am not showing RSN of kill times. Hell no way. I want people, if they've set these records, they want to remain private, then so be it. But if they want to brag about it, the chat is your oyster. And then for Hardcore Iron Man, It's obviously the list is a lot lower because Hardcore Ironman, not many people do Yaka, but there are 2 people up there with a really good time. Now, of course, the Hardcore Ironman can team up with Ironman in raids, so this is why there's such a deviation in times here, but that would explain that one. What next, everyone?
Just under 6 minutes.
What next? Yeah, there we go. See, I've got JD here as my time man. There we go. That's why he's on the stream.
Huh. So let's go. There's lots of different. But should we go Telos?
Telos it is. So obviously 4 Hardcore Ironmen have set a timer Telos. So presumably 4 Hardcore Ironmen have done a kill over 100% in rage. The timer does not show up unless you are doing a 100% in rage kill. So presumably the 4 people here have at least done 100%, give or take. One of them has done it in 356, 385, 480, and 617. That is a Hardcore Ironman. If we move to Ironman, and we can see the times are starting to come down now. Doing a lot better on their timings here, as you can see. Under 6 minutes, someone figured that out for Hardcore Ironman, for Telos on the Hardcore Ironman, so there you go. And then if we look at the non-Ironman, this is where the times come down really big time now. The difference between first and second is 1 tick. That is the difference between first and second in the Telos boss kill time.
There's still a bit of deviation there, isn't there?
Yes.
Like even in the non-Ironman category, there's still, what, 30-something ticks between it, which is probably about 20 odd seconds, so...
It's pretty crazy. So something I'm going to show, which is really cool, which is really awesome to see. So this stream's kind of got people wanting to do these boss kill times because we're showing them for the first time. I do know there was a new next record set yesterday, which is a 103. That is not on this sheet, but at the time of showing you this, it will be this time here. This is a 104, and that was set originally by a trio who had now set a time of a 103, and that is now won't be on this sheet, but I do know that based on what I've seen. From a video.
So that'll be 105 ticks then rather than 106.
Yeah, precisely. Because they actually did a personal best of a 106 tick, and then they beat it again yesterday with a 105 tick. So, yes, the sheet doesn't reflect this, but there is a time there for next, for sure. And then you can kind of see the next times kind of filtering away. For Ironman, we have 93 seconds, but as a note, I do want to point out, yes, it looks like it is pretty close, but of course, be aware, of course, trios, duos, so on and so forth. And also, this person might have got unlucky. The server might have registered their tick 1 off, because I would presume they might be together, but it could be a mixture of like the top 3 or top 2 with another person, so on. There's so many different variables. There's a lot to contend with. Hardcore Ironman, one Hardcore Ironman on its own, but he might have done this with an Ironman who did the time of 97 down here somewhere, so just keep that in mind. As you can see, his times there.
Lots of variation there.
Seen a lot of QPD.
We're getting a lot of QPD. Let's go QPD.
So, prefaces to this, QPD, of course, has a 17-second timer animation before it starts. You already have 17 seconds added to your timer before you can start to kill QPD. With that being said, 25 seconds, I'm pretty sure is not legit now I look at it, and that's my bad for not clearing it. So, I would say we go from here. This is where it gets legit. So, you can, let me just remove them. Just a minute. I'm pretty sure these are the ones that are not legit. So if we just remove as a control, boom, boom. There we go. Right. 30 people saying 35.4 is legit? No way. I need to see it. I need to see it then, because I have not seen. If 35.4 is legit, that's my bad. 25.2 though, I'm pretty sure everyone I'm saying is not legit. Like, I'm pretty sure 25.2 is not legit, correct?
I don't think anybody is...
Spyro, I just realised it's Spyro who did the kill, wasn't it? Because I remember seeing it. Sorry, Spyro. I'm so sorry. It's all...
Great name as well.
I'm trying to keep on top of everyone. My bad.
I think 25 probably is a bit of a bridge too far.
Show me the 25 and I'll keep it. But for now, the 25 is going off my sheet. There you go. So 35.4. We're going with 35.4 on the top. But yeah, okay. Again, when I make these posts, we'll go from there. Yeah, I did name Spyro as the person who killed it, but he already will brag about it in chat, I guarantee it, and he has every right to. So the next one I want to show... Well, Grado is going to be great, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Ironman, 49 seconds. Oop, we need to get rank 1 back. 46 seconds for Ironman, and Hardcore Ironman, 50 seconds. Grado, now... Grado can be 1-ticked. 2 people have 1-ticked Grado with someone being 1-tick behind them. So it is possible that you can still go in the top 3 if you can 1-tick Grado.
I did see somebody posted 1-ticked Grado fairly recently. So
it's great. Oh my goodness, yes, Grado is a 1-ticked boss. courtesy of melee combat dummies with a melee setup, I believe, and so on. This is ridiculous, really. And then if we look at another one which can be actually pretty much one-ticked if you include their death animation, is Legionnaires, and that is possible to be killed in 3.6 seconds. 3 seconds for the death animation, 0.6 for the tick. And so many people have actually one-ticked Legionnaires. It's actually 9 people who have actually done that. So there you go. You have managed to see 9 people one-tick a Legionnaires boss. Grado, I forgot to show Ironman stats. There's actually 2.4 second 4-tick Ironman stat there. And also Hardcore Ironman, 7 seconds. It's okay. Someone said Mobley's streams probably mess with some of these stats. Well, luckily, all of the boss times are included. Don't include masses. When I first was given the sheet, it showed next times as like 5 seconds and 6 seconds. That's because of masses. So I've been able to whittle it down to a time which trios have been able to do it, and then kind of base it off that to try and make it accurate. So that's kind of what we're going with. Magister is here. 22 people with a 25.8 second kill on Magister. That's legit. There is a video of that, and I saw it earlier on today, actually. So yeah, it's pretty insane. Yeah, and then again, just to reiterate, Hardcore Iron Man only included alive. So if a Hardcore Iron Man set a really good time where they could be first, but they've since died or converted down to downgraded their account status, then it will not include them.
They'll be in the Iron Man section, though, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they'll be in the Iron Man section. Yes, that's correct. There is apparently a Magister 22 seconds on YouTube. Oh. When was that set? Was the Magister 22 second recent? If it was recent, that might be why it's on there. I might have missed that. I've been trying to find try and counterbalance times, everything else, somewhere in between. But anyway, Magister's on there. Iron Man 29 seconds. Hardcore Iron Man is 49.8. There is a chance that Magister might actually be 22, but that's my bad there. Oh boy. Okay, what else? We look at what else do we want to look at, everyone?
What have we not looked at yet? Who should we go for? Should we go for Jad?
Jad. Okay, Jad will be interesting. You can admit that one. I'm pretty sure that's probably not legit versus everyone else. Jad, so down there from 1100 seconds all the way down. I definitely want to look at Virago as well. Virago will be a fun one to look at in just a moment. Virago hard mode as well.
Huracan, people are...
Huracan, yeah, but you got to remember with Huracan, we didn't reset the kill times when we made him tougher to beat. So anyone who has done his fast times before then will probably be ahead. So that was unfortunately something where we didn't reset the boss times of Huracan, if I remember correctly, when we brought out the nerf updates in 2016, I want to say. And then Ironman, and then Hardcore Ironman. If we did, okay, if they were reset, perfect, then we can look at them. I apologize. Let's look at Huracan then. Perfect. I stand corrected. So there you go. There's your Huracan. Someone has done the 5 kill in 939 seconds, followed by someone into the 4 digits all the way down. So there you go. Everyone's saying we reset. I'm very happy. Yeah, match the 22 second is actually legit. Okay, we'll make sure that's the case when the post is made. Gotcha. So there you go. I cannot show you AOD, and the reason for that is because all of the AOD ones are ones that can be masked. As you can tell by everyone who's in first place. This is a kill that can be masked, unfortunately. When the AOD update comes out from Modraman, where he will reset the timers and only require it to show up a time if it's, I believe, 7 people, we can then look into that. So, yeah, just be aware of that one. I cannot show you an AOD one properly. I forgot to look at Huracan for Ironman and Hacker Ironman, 1,495 seconds. Death Touch stats do not contribute to a timer. When you use them, it completely nullifies the timer, and any kills you do in 15 minutes do not count after a Death Touch stat usage, as a heads up. Okay. If we look at one more, we want to look at... what's up with Solak?
Yeah, there we go. But like you
it's right there. It's right there. It's right there, Sean. All right, so if we look at normals for Solak,
that's not legit.
That's not legit, but we go from here. This is. So this is where we start to see, this is a bug we fixed already, I believe. So if we look at the timers here, you can see a 7-man has done this time here in the seconds, right down to there. You can kind of see there's a couple of people who are in 4 to 5. Yeah, people don't take the 21 seconds literally. God damn it. So yeah, you can kind of see where some people have kind of entwined with other groups, hence why there are only some people showing 7, and well, only 4 people have that time compared to 7, and so on. And if we look at Solak Duo mode, we have these as well. Timers are not bad whatsoever, are they? Ooh. And that is, of course, on the Ironman. A hardcore Ironman has never killed Solak Duo mode, so I cannot show their timer as a note there. And if we look at the Ironman timers, there they are. And if we look at the hardcore Ironman timer, he killed it. We're very respectable.
That is very
631 seconds on his first and only hardcore Ironman kill.
That's very respectable.
I respect that. Well done, sir.
There's someone the people that are asking for Corp as well, so we should look at Corp.
Oh, fine, Corp. Where's Corp?
Where is Corp?
Hold on. I know why. I don't know why. No, we cannot show you Corp. It's not here.
Well, that was an awkward one.
Well, there we go. Well, you had to choose the one. Corp doesn't have a timer. It doesn't. It doesn't show a timer. JD, it doesn't show a timer. Why do you do this to me? Oh my God!
It's been a long day.
Why do you do this to me?
It's been a long day. We've been trolled. Thanks, chat.
My head just because KBD never used to have a timer, and then we brought it out in an update. I want to say a couple months ago. So, yeah.
Thanks, chat.
Okay, top 10 Slayer creature monsters, killers by monster. This is individual kills on a Slayer monster, including hardcore Ironman and Ironman, of course, and it shows you the top 10. So if we were to start with Aberrant Spectres and look at the hardcore Ironman for them, top 1 to 10, we will see that the top hardcore Ironman has already prestiged the Aberrant Spectres as a Slayer killer, which is pretty insane for a hardcore Ironman. And again, of course, we're going to get to the point where we're going to show the usuals, and we'll try and show a couple more. But of course, we will look at each one from this. Fine, you people, show Virago. You win. Virago. Virago. Ignore this one. We can go from here. So this is Virago kills. Of course, by the looks of it, some people missed out on one tick. This was probably a team kill here, but one tick unfortunately screwed them over, unfortunately. So you can just assume as a team they got this kill here. And then Ironman. Wow, yeah, that's unlucky for these guys. That's really unlucky. And then for
very lucky for the other guys.
hardcore Ironman with the one hardcore Ironman.
10 minutes on the dot.
Just away of it, like fair play to them. Okay, we're done. I'm out of time kills now.
Again, we might share these afterwards if you guys want to see them. We'll show them on a Reddit thread and a forum thread and all the ways that we would normally share the stats.
When I say prestiged, I mean 60,000 kills or more. The prestige counter is on a 60,000. Some people have prestige bosses, for example. So yes, it is anything above 60,000 kills. So if we look at Ironman for Aberrant Spectres, 3 people are on that prestige cusp. And then, well,
412,000.
412,000 Aberrant Spectre. Sure, 412,000 Aberrant Spectre kills. You guys are going to want to see Abyssal Demons. Inevitably, I'm just going to do it for you all. Look at these kills. 1.9 million Abyssal Demon kills is first place. And everyone in the top 10 has at least 1 million Abyssal Demon kills. At least.
That's... I don't have words.
I know who it is, but I'll wait for them to reveal it. If they're in the chat, they want to reveal who they are. If they then by all means. Yes, 1.9 million Abyssal Demons. Ironman, we have 472,000. Hardcore Ironman. Look at the difference of Hardcore Ironman for Abyssal Demons. It's ridiculous. 434,000 Abyssal Demon kills. Yeah, it's superb. It really is. Okay. Now, I'm going to choose one more, and then you lot can choose. I'm going to choose Ripper Demons. So, 20,000 Ripper Demon kills for a normal player. Ironman, 14,000. Hardcore Ironman, 3,000. So, 3 Hardcore Ironman have done 4-digit kills at Ripper Demons, which is fair play to them considering they have an insta-kill attack. But if they're used to it, then they have that rotation. They're off and going.
The person in the chat that had killed all those Abbey Demons has said that it's now over 2 million.
Wow.
Since
I believe them. I would believe them. They love their Abyssal Demons. Okay, everyone, the floor is yours. Let us know what tasks you want to see. JD, you can pluck them away.
Let's go gargoyles. There's a couple of gargoyles.
Gargoyles?
Yep.
Well, gargoyles were pretty up there for completion rates. We have someone who is 1 million kills on a normal account for a gargoyle with an Ironman. They've hit the prestige limit. And hardcore Ironman, we have 5 hardcore Ironmen who are at prestige limit for gargoyles.
Okay, let's go Niles.
Nihils. Wow, there's a lot of double prestiges here, all the way up to one person who's just miles ahead for Nihils right there, as you can see. And then Ironman, someone's into 5 digits compared to everyone else at 4, and Hardcore Ironman, a little bit closer, but of course, one Hardcore Ironman leading the way.
Pterodogs. Let's go Pterodogs.
I know who said Pterodogs, and they're gonna have a yeah. I thought so. What point? Oh my goodness, 120,000 Pterodog kills on the normal Ironman. On the non-Ironman, 132,000.
There's more on an Ironman.
There's more on an Ironman than there is on a normal. An Ironman has more Pterodog kills than a normal account. A hardcore Ironman only has 1,763. What next?
Let's go Dark Beasts.
Dark Beasts, 1.6 million. Catching through Abyssal Demons, they're close. Then 1.5. A lot of the millions, up to 7 people have 1 million kills of Dark Beasts. There's 900k and 800k. Ironmen, we have a couple of 100ks. And hardcore Ironmens, we have 72,000s.
Soul Devourers. Let's go Soul Devourers.
Soul Devourers from the Sophonim Dungeons coming up. 2.2 million. What? Someone likes their chest loot.
That's more.
That's more than Abyssal.
Yeah.
What? What? They've only been out a year. What?
How many is that a day?
No, that what? No way.
Let me just quickly chuck that into a calculator. So what is that? 2.2.
Wow. All right. Well, I've got to look at corrupted creatures after this. 191k for Iron Men for Soul Devours and 30,000 for Hardcore Iron Men. That is a lot of feathers and Mahat used by this person, by the way. My goodness. Corrupted creatures, 2 million corrupted creatures killed. And I believe that as well, based on the fact that they auto-loot your chest. So they are very AFK. This is Abyssal Demons, where, of course, you have to pick up some of your loot, not including Spring Cleaner, so on and so forth. Iron Man 233k and 35,000 hardcore Iron Man. I'm actually stunned by Soul Devourers and corrupted creatures.
4,000. Well, about 4,500 a day.
What?
Since release.
What?
Is that possible?
If someone wants to kill them that much, I guess.
I mean, let's go with it.
Let's look at the Ascension creatures. They're very high in our list as usual. 1.2 million of them.
Well,
three people. No, I mean, it's to be expected. The number's gone up a little bit since last time. I always do that. There's been 3 people with 1 million plus kills for non-Ironman, 559k for Ironman, and 118k for hardcore Ironman.
Let's go on the. Let's go for mammoths because they were skipped so much. Let's see.
12k. Someone has killed 12,000 mammoths. An Ironman has killed 6,000. A hardcore Ironman has killed 1,700. Mammoths. I'm gonna choose 2 more now. Firewatch is not here. Firewatch is actually not tracked in game, I believe. I might be wrong, but the list doesn't have Firewatch on there, and I believe they're actually not tracked in game. So I'm gonna choose Gemstone Dragons, and it's actually very close between first to 10.
That's
for
quite
Gemstones.
Close.
And then 13,000 for Ironman and 9,000 for Hardcore Ironman.
Lots of Edemus.
Edemus, yep, that's what I was going to next. 162,000 for Edemus. For normal accounts, 21,000 for Iron Man and 39,000. More hardcore Iron Man have killed Edemus than an Iron Man.
A lot more.
This one person has killed them a lot more versus number 1 of Iron Man. Someone is claiming they're rank 1 mammoths for Iron Man, so fair play to you. If you love your mammoths, then go on.
Should we go Camel Warriors because they were skipped a lot as well?
Sure, we can go Camel Warriors. Camel Warriors. Wow. Oh, wow. Look at this. Oh, the battle.
Oh, that is a battle.
That's a battle. So, people, if they're watching the stream, they might notice how close first and second is. So, for Camel Warriors.
Get Camel Warrior in.
Iron Man is really close as well. Only 154 kills separate them. And for Hardcore Iron Man, a little bit of a difference. Oh, hi. Hi, more Camel in the chat going, woo, camels.
Cyrus Coy's not in the chat actually.
No, these do not count these do not only count their killed on task. I mean, if someone has killed 2 million Soul Devourers on task, then what the hell? No, it is just included the kill count for them. And there's 2 more I want to do, and those are recent releases. One was in September of 2017, which is Lost Royal Creatures, and then we're going to Stalkers, which came out in January 2018.
Somebody's 1 kill off.
1 kill off prestige.
Maybe they're doing it. They've done it right now. Maybe they've done it already.
They wanted that validation, and now they can go get their prestige. Maybe, who knows? And then for Iron Man, we have 20,000, and for Hardcore Iron Man, we have 9k. Now, if we look at Stalker creatures, they came out in January this year, actually, January 2018, and 578,000. Sorry, 57,000. There's too many words. There's too many numbers, JD. There's too many numbers I'm reading. 57,000 Stalker creatures for normals, 28,000 for Iron Man, and 19,457 for Hardcore Iron Man. Wow. Okay. We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on.
We could get lost in this for ages, and we've still got my favourite one.
So this is the top 10 killers by type. So by that I mean total amount of kills added up for bosses and Slayer, and of course Hardcore Iron Man and non-Iron Man. So we'll start with Hardcore Iron Man, 1 to 20. The number 1 kill in bosses. A Hardcore Iron Man has killed a total of 40,000 bosses on his account. Which is very impressive indeed. Ahead of second and third, there was a close battle there. You can see it going all the way down. Ironman, we have 77,000 bosses killed between them. This can be a combination of group and solo, so on and so forth. It is just a boss kill. And finally, non-Ironman, 258,000, first place, followed by second at 250k. It's close. First and second is very close in regards. If you consider the amount of kills, it's actually very close for them. Third place, 253,000, followed by 165,000, all the way down to 100,000 for boss kills. Right, Slayer. This is going to be fun. Slayer, 3.3 million. Kills total for non-Iron Men on the list here, followed very closely, but well, I say very closely.
Those two are, I mean, relatively close.
2.9 million. This is pretty close. The numbers are just throwing me off so hard. 2.9 million Slayer kills for second and third. If we look at Iron Man, someone's close to 1 million.
Ooh,
getting there. But look how close this is. Yeah, it's great. Really, really close. Great to see. And then for Hardcore Iron Man, look at the difference. 600,000 Slayer kills. Way ahead as a Slayer Hardcore Iron Man killer. It's pretty impressive. Now, this is something I added today. I managed to sneak this in today, which is really cool. It's called Aura Activations. And we will be able to see, in the space of 30 days from today, the percentage of auras activated based on the stuff in game. Now I want everyone to guess what the most activated aura has been in the last 30 days, and then we'll click on it and we'll see what we have. I imagine people are going to say maniacal, and I'm going to tell you this: maniacal is not number 1.
Is it? I mean, is it festive?
Oh, I'm not sure festive. I don't think I included festive. I'm pretty sure I didn't include the holiday auras because it's a little bit skewed.
Yeah.
Skewed, not skewed. All right, let's do it.
People got vampiric.
They're correct.
Yeah.
It is vampirism. So if we look at individual, this includes the tiers of auras. We'll get to grouped in just a moment. Grouped is all of the auras put together. Vampirism is 15% of total aura activations in the last 30 days is vampirism, followed by penance, followed by Mani, followed by Hellion, then Green Fingers, then Reckless. This is the individual aura activations in the last 30 days, and the percentage is scaled based on the total activations amongst all of those auras. And yes, incredibly, people love to use their flame-proof auras. If you don't know what that is, it's a 15% chance to stop burning your fish. You have a cooking cape and cooking gauntlets to do that for you, but people want to use their legendary flame-proof auras. They are persistent. Alrighty.
There's a lot of people that like using those flame.
So if we go to groups, so this combines everything. So if you look at your sharpshooter auras, we have 5 auras. This groups them together. So the grouped auras, vampirism is still ahead. However, Jacket Trades now comes into second place based on the different variations we have. Of course, Supreme and the legendary versions.
Green Fingers has jumped up.
Green Fingers is very up there, very useful for farming. Penance, Mani, Hellion, and then Reckless and Sharpshooter. The grouped auras, in essence, are kind of down here, and then you have your individual auras pretty much here, give or take, and also vampirism. So they're still up there, but the grouping's interesting, and flameproof is ahead. Don't worry.
Not bottom. Yes,
flameproof as a group is not at the bottom, but that is, of course, means it has 5 different auras versus Friend in Need, which is just 1. But hey, you know, that's...
Festive Aura is on there, apparently.
Oh, is it? Oh, yes, it is. It is indeed. 11,000 activations. Interesting. So yes, I thought it might be more than that. Okay.
Oh, I suppose it's only a small period of time, isn't it?
It's only the last 18 days, so it's not started. Well, I mean, yeah. So I thought there would have been more. Okay. Quest completions. Here we go.
This is my favourite one. Okay. This is my favourite.
So we have the ability now in this to see how many people have started the quest versus how many people have completed it, and to give us an average completion or overall completion percentage based on that. Now, for everyone in the chat, pick away at some quests, and we'll look at them. Then we'll look at it as a list. JD, you can kick us off. Go on.
Well, are we going to do them all at the same time, or are we going to do one?
I'll let you pick one first, and then we can do all.
Let's go with Cook Assistant. Let's start. By
the classic. So this is actually the numbers you can see is up there. It's a little small, but 2.5 million.
Oh, they're just so big that you can't even fit it in. This.
2.5 million versus 1.8.
That's not million.
That's not million. Oh.
That's open it out a bit. Open it out. That's 25 million.
Oh my god, numbers are. I hate numbers, JD.
It's good you'll be doing a stat stream now.
25. Okay, 25 million started versus 18 million completed, with, which means, of course, the percentage is lower due to the massive difference versus started and completed. But of course, so many people have Cook's Assistant.
There'll be
a
lot of people who might have started the game, started Cook's Assistant, and then maybe not continued.
I want to choose Endgame. I love Endgame as a quest. I think Endgame is an absolutely brilliant quest. People might just rag on them at the maze, but I think it's a brilliant quest. It's actually got a very impressive average completion rate. 60,000 people started, 57,000 have completed, an average completion rate of 93.92%. It is a very impressive number for that quest. If you consider the requirements to get into that quest, the length of it, what you have to do, it's pretty impressive, to say the very least. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Does that take into account the replayability as well?
No, this is literally base quest. Yes.
Okay.
So if you
should we go for one of the elemental workshops? Let's go for elemental workshop 3. But I don't know if that will be.
Ellie workshop 3 should be here. Yep, free. 74% completion
Definitely
rate.
not me.
Yeah, there's definitely a deviation there, to say the very least. Okay, do you know what? Let's just do everything. Why not?
Okay, should we ask the chat what they think is going to be?
What do you think the highest is going to be? Yeah, highest for average.
Because there is. Yeah, and the highest has got 99.
I haven't moved over yet. See, I did that well.
Broken Home. That's an interesting one. I wouldn't have put that up.
Plague's End. Plague's End's not a bad shout. I mean, because of the Prif access.
Yeah. Blood Pact. Cook's Assistant we've already seen, and we know it's not 99.77.
People think Plague's End.
I don't think anybody's got it. Oh no, somebody has.
Someone said it.
Pure Yoy, well done.
Cabin Fever. Now, the reason you'd have to assume for this is because Cabin Fever puts you onto essentially an island, and you have to complete it there and then. So it kind of locks you in. You kind of have no choice. That's why it's so high. Christopher Raft then follows it. Then Ironman and North, which is Menethos. And then Temple of Santistan does very well. Wild Gothic Sloops is up there. Plague's End, yes, people were correct, but in the top 8 up there, as you can see. So a 99.3% average, 99.3 completion rates, and then we'll make our way down and look at the bottom.
They tend to be. I mean, these tend to be the high level.
Yes,
the pretty high level quests. So.
It's
completion rates.
It's very good to see Children of Ma up there. Yeah. Children of Ma's completion rates are really good. That was a quest released
River of Blood as well, how they're really high.
Yep. And then of course Fight Club is from Menethos. You Are It, of course, came out in April.
That's a really good number.
We don't, unfortunately. I couldn't get a Violet as Blue stats in time. Unfortunately, I wanted to get a Violet as Blue.
I was going to say. Oh my god, my brain's gone completely dead. The most recent quest.
As in, oh my god, what? Well, I got Pieces of Hate. I got You Are It. Oh my god, JD.
My brain's gone completely dead.
Needle.
Skips,
there we go. Needle skips. There we go. My mind.
Needle skips on
I think Needle skips should be on here. In fact, it's an easier way to do this.
Thanks, guys, in the chat.
I said it before they said it. I'm going to take the credit. I said it before.
They've got a 10-second delay, so.
The Needle skips is on here. 94.
94. That's all right.
But if you look at the difference, there's only 1,900 people in between it. So. Yeah. You know, it's pretty...
Yeah, we won't have Violet's Blue because obviously it was released on Monday. We didn't get the stats before then.
Yeah.
So Shield of Arav at the bottom, obviously. That's the one that I said.
Recipe for Disaster is the lowest, the 21.7.
But you know what isn't down here? One Small Favour.
One Small Favour. One Small Favour is, I think, mid-table, if memory serves me correctly. One Small... is 94%. 94%! Wow, okay, I stand corrected. It's up there. 94%. It's... impressive. But I mean, there's so many quests. Just look at them all.
This is my favourite one. I used to, when we did a point where we used to put some stats out on social, and I used to get all of my stuff from here.
I miss Rune. You need to bring back Rune stats. I enjoyed them.
I'll get Mod Nico on it.
Yeah, let's get Rune stats back. I think everyone enjoyed them. I think everyone who followed you, everyone who on Twitter,
we might need them after this.
I think you will. There's always something you can do Rune stats about.
Dimension Disaster's quite low down. I think it was quite low as well.
Okay, now this one's going to be very interesting. The next tab we have is something called Quest Common Completion Time. Now, the way this works is we look at the number of players who have set a runtime, and that is the most common. So, if we look at this list right off the bat, 12,000 people have completed all fired up in 12 minutes exactly. That's how we make our deviation of commons. We don't use a median because someone can start a quest, log out, or go and do other things for such a long time and then come back to the quest. So we try and take the common.
So this is a modal average then?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't want to take the highest and lowest because obviously the lowest would be fine, but the highest would be...
I would like to see the lowest for someone.
Lowest would have been cool. Yeah. But yeah, if we look at this based on the common run times, you can kind of see what we have here. Children of Mara actually does very well with 651 people completing it in an hour as a most common time.
Branches of Darkmare is... Oh, I suppose you've got to run around...
You have to run around that city, JD.
Yeah.
You have to run around it.
You have to run around my ditch all the time.
Yes. So, yes.
Yeah.
Broken Home being 83 minutes is interesting, but that is of course, a quest which can be very brutal.
I'm surprised at that. There's a lot of people that have speedrun that as well. So
yeah, but I think it's only first-time completions because the replayability doesn't technically reset it. Endgame. You guys want to see Endgame? Okay, before I show you Endgame, what do you reckon Endgame is as a common time?
I would say it's around about Desert Treasure level. I'd say
Desert Treasure. There used to be 2 versions of Desert Treasure. So there used to be the the 2 different versions. I can't remember specifically why, but
I'm going to say about 100. I'm going to say about 117 minutes.
Okay. People say 180 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours. So let's get his endgame. Comes in with a time of 146 as a common. So just 2 hours plus as a common denominator of people completing endgame. They spend about 2 hours plus doing this quest, give or take.
Type 101
Close to 2.5, basically.
Type 101 Trio, 2 minutes.
It's fast. It's going to be, I mean, if you look at Imcatcher, I presume it's 1 minute. Imcatcher's, I stand correct. It's that's 15 carbon. Fastest is going to be 1. But if you look at,
I'm just surprised at Type 10 being 2 minutes, but the most common time that it's complete when something like the Restless Ghost is 4.
So, I mean, yeah, endgame's 146. I mean, if we just look at the highest, let's go by the highest, shall we? Let's go to the top. So, Warcraft Sleep, yes, 161 minutes there, so close to 3 hours. I did just notice that Nomad's Requiem had a time of 2, which I'm struggling to understand how that's possible.
Type 10 must be as well.
Yeah, there might be some irregularities here, so I'll get that chased up for sure. But yeah, WGS Wild Gothic Sleeps is up there. Dimensions of Disaster is 150. Do No Evil is up there too. There are 2 Ritual of Madrats, I believe, due to, again, same for Desert Treasure. I can't remember specifically why. But also Branches to Hapmire, as we mentioned, is 100. And then everything else going from there. Pieces of Hate is good to see at 92 on the common. Plague Zen, 99, give or take. And then, of course, Elegy, which came out in 2016 with an 88-minute common.
Yeah, River of Blood as well, coming out in 2016.
So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, next up is my clans. Clans. So, I have 3 charts to show you. And I'm going to try and explain them the best I can. Try is the key word here.
Matt said he's missed 40 minutes. Actually, you've missed an hour and 40 minutes, mate.
Yeah, an hour and 40.
It will be on a VOD, though, so... Yeah.
Okay, clans. So we have 3 charts here. I'll go through each chart one by one. I'll try and explain to you what's going on here. They're pretty self-explanatory, but we'll kind of go into it. So here you can see for a 14-day active player... This is who is in a member, and as time has gone on, more people have slowly started to join clans, and this little spike here is the clan update that came out in July, followed by a little bit more of a spike from the clan QL update in November.
Little baby.
It proves, it validates my point that clan updates do get people. And that's what I wanted. The little spike down here was the people coming in from Twitch Prime, because obviously a lot of people coming in from Twitch Prime making new accounts. They're not in clans yet, and then they start joining them.
You can see that as well. In there as well in previous years.
And then if we look at this is what I wanted to see. If I ever start seeing the clan volume going down, there is a problem. But yes, as time is going on, more and more clans are being made, which is very reassuring for me. But yes, you can kind of see that we're kind of going up, which is nice to see. And now we get into the nitty gritty. So this is what we call Clam Retention. We have around about between 60 to 70% of people in a clan, give or take, and the colours correspond to how long they've been in that clan. There is a lot of veterans in their clan that is highlighted by the very dark colours at the bottom. That indicates that the veteran people love to stay in their clans. They've stuck it out pretty much all the way through. So it proves that people do want to stay in their clans for that long-term duration, which is great to see, and I want to see that. So it's really cool to see, but there is still work to be done to get these people, i.e. the Greys, who are not in a clan, into a clan. But that's what makes it fun. So that's clans. It's a kind of a short and sweet thing, but it does show that there is clan life, and that's what I want to see, clan life. Incredibly, tab-wise, this is timing up really nicely. We have 4 tabs left, and 15 minutes left. This is working out beautifully time-wise. Chat. So, in the past, we have given you guys a total chat volume number and never been specific. Not anymore. Courtesy of the analytics team, we now can dive into specific chat types, how many messages were sent on that day, and so on. So, if we look at this, clans, on average, get a fair amount of messages sent every day. Clan lobby chats are in there. Friends chats do incredibly well, as you can see.
I would assume that the 12th of the 12th would be taken half of the
Yes,
day.
so that was when the data was gathered midway through the day, so that's why the number's a little bit more skewed towards the bottom. And then we have lobby chat, friend lobby chat messages in here, group chat messages, private chat messages naturally do very well, private chat lobby messages, and of course public chat dominates. On average, we look at about 27 million lines of chat every single day. But of course, with the friends chat thing, you have to remember OSRS and RuneScape share the same friends chat system, hence why the friends chat numbers could be a little bit higher.
I'd love to see what the most commonly used words in chat are. I wonder if we could get that.
Oh God, that would be interesting.
Well, I mean, obviously, get rid of whatever ones
yes,
would be appropriate, but...
Okay, we get to some GE stats now. This is going to be some good fun here. And you guys are going to be scratching your heads at one specific section.
We're going to have some fun trying to work out what the numbers, what number it actually is.
Yeah, I'm not going to try and pronounce it if you want to be honest with you. So this is the GE gold value per day. So this is gold pieces, GP, traded in the GE every single day. Now, before I even jump into this, 2018 has seen 9 party hats be sold in the GE at max cash. I have nothing to say other than I feel really bad.
No green ones, though.
No greens. But yes, 9 party hats were sold through the GE at max cash. I feel really bad. Including 1 blue.
Oh no. Oh no. So, I mean, if you want to put in a max cash bid for a party hat, then you might get lucky.
So if we look at the average gold value per day, the bold indicates double XP, so we have double XP in here. You can definitely see during double XP, the gold traded between players is absolutely massive compared to the others, but even still, that number I'm not even going to try and pronounce.
I think I'm going to get it wrong, but I think that's a trillion.
Someone will help us in chat. But the number is just ridiculous, as you can see. Trillions.
Yeah.
There we go. 1.7 trillion. On average, we see 1.3 trillion gold go in via buy-in.
We bolded those because they're double XP weekends.
Yes. And 1.4 trillion runillion.
Which is just make a new number.
1.4 trillion gold sold, spent, earned from selling things in the GE.
And we do realise that there are some of these dates randomly missing as well, but we'll...
that's because I've zoomed in. It's fine.
I mean, on this actual one.
Oh, yes, I do apologise. Yes, you are correct. I think they're just taken in like little bursts, but yeah, that's kind of my bad.
Maybe it's a quadrillion.
Oh, do you know what? It's quadrillion. I don't know. It's a ridiculous number.
1,000 million billion. I'd have said that was a trillion, but maybe I'm
pretty sure it's a trillion.
I'm pretty sure it's a
but
trillion.
I'm not someone who's great at math. But anyway, and then we move over.
Apparently the chat don't really know either. So.
And then we move over to the average transactions per day. So this is just an offer. So as a note, if you sell, if you make an offer of 1 air rune, that is an offer. But if you sell 100k air runes in one go, that is one offer also. Be aware as well that if someone doesn't collect their offer until the next day, it counts on the day they collected on. Or same for buy-in, but obviously buy-in's not really the same. But as you can see, as expected, during double XP, we saw a grand total of 1.8 million GE sales during the time double XP was on. A lot more sales compared to buys, because obviously people want to sell and make a little bit more money because people are trying to profit from people buying the supplies for whatever skills they need. On average, we see, give or take, 500,000 buy sales, 854,000 sells. So that is that. We come to the final one. Kind of a fun way. I say a fun way to end it, but we're going to be here for another 10 minutes just looking for random boss stuff again, I feel. But this is really cool. I think this is really cool to show you. So this is our 28-day active player average stats. So in an average player,
this is player X.
Yes, this is player X. Player X has played the game for 208 days. has 194 quest points, has gained 331 total, 331 million XP.
31 XP.
331 million XP.
Billion.
So
331 million.
Yeah. 1.8k total. Average 107 combats. This is your average Joe, yes. And basically, their skills are basically level 70s to 60s, except for Invention, which is fletching really 69. Brilliant. With Invention being 42 and farming being 59. The average player has 300 million total XP. 331 million total XP. So yes, that is kind of understandable. 208 days played.
Surely
even though that has a comma, that should probably be a dot there, because they haven't played 208,000. Oh no, they haven't
that
played.
can't be right.
Yeah, that's days.
That and the XP can't be right.
Well, the
surely.
XP's fine. It's just got 0.75.
No,
That's 331 million XP is fine for those skills. That's fine.
Okay.
But the day, I'll admit, I think it's 208 days. I'll get that double checked. Anyway, or maybe not. Maybe it's times. Maybe, but I can tell you the levels are definitely right. Maybe the XP and days are not. Of course, because 99 is 13. What am I on about? 99 is 13. Yeah, duh. Sorry, my math is great. See, this is why I'm so good at math, everyone. That is, I think, wrong based on total XP and player age days. Is
it might be that it might be the decimal points in the wrong place. So it might be 331,000.
Yes, I need to get my chat up on my phone because my laptop's now died because we've been down here for so long.
Mine's gone as well.
Shauny math new meta, yeah. Yep, new meta indeed. But the average levels, I'm pretty confident are correct. It does seem to add up in regards to that. But anyway, we have about 10 minutes. If you want to see specifics, then fire away and we'll go back through. But
should we go quest completion times, but go the other way up?
Oh, wait,
so
the lowest.
See the lowest.
Lowest common. This is where it could get very interesting because I spotted that. Like, Requiem being 2 minutes doesn't make sense. The rest does.
Type WoW, I don't
like,
think
Requiem makes no sense being 2 minutes. That I will admit. But the rest does make sense. Cook's Assistant being 7 minutes, yeah, I'd say so.
A lot of running.
Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, it's, again, as a note, like this stream is, well, first of all, I hope you all enjoy it. Have enjoyed it. Like, it's been...
Recipe for disaster is not 5 minutes.
Garden Tranquility in 3 minutes doesn't seem doable either. See, this is great because we're kind of nitpicking at our own stuff. But I wouldn't have picked this up in a normal day because now I'm kind of, I guess, in the zone doing the stream and I kind of just see it compared to looking at my desk and just seeing it. I'm like, oh, so much.
Should we rank it by most players completed as well?
Yeah. Or volume completed in the time.
In the quest completions.
Oh, in the quest completions. Yeah, sure.
I don't think we'd looked through that. I mean, Cook's Assistant, fairly obviously at the top.
The most common ones, Restless Ghost, Blood Pact, obviously Blood Pact's on the Pathing system at the beginning. Imp Catcher.
You find that most of these will be free to plays as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. My head is...
What's at the bottom? Go on, I know it'll likely be the newer quests, but...
Needlescapes, yes. And then obviously Piece of Hate, these came out this year. These came out this year. Menaforce, Endgame. Children of Ma.
You Are It is done very well.
Oh, good to see it.
You Are It's done very well.
Someone said Solak spreadsheet when? Did I not show you guys the Solak kills? I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah, I thought so, yeah, because I showed you guys the Solak kills up here. So, yeah.
We don't have any info on wealthiest players. It might be something that we can take a look at in future, but it's always a little bit funny talking about wealth in players' accounts.
Magister top 20, is that for kills? Oh, yeah, sure, okay, we'll look at Magister. Magister top 20 kills, 22,000 for a normal account, all the way down to 20th is on 5.2k. Ironman with 1,639, and a Hardcore Ironman, only 7 Hardcore Ironman have killed Magister, and only 2 of them have hit the final boss requisite for that, which is 100 plus.
Lava Strike Worms.
What for Hardcore Ironman?
Yeah.
Lava Strike Worms, Hardcore Ironman, there you go. Very low number. 276 for first, 125 for 10th.
We could have done something with Hazel's Signet Ring, couldn't we? I suppose.
I would have to have asked Timber about that because obviously, revealing the number is obviously volatility and stuff like that. Yeah. So that'd be a Timber question. Easily, I mean, the thing is with these streams, like this has kind of been a stream mainly focused on, of course, PVM. We've had the quest stuff in there, chat stuff, GE stuff, Slayer stuff. Slayer is PVM. But in regards to that, future streams could be focused on other things, could be focused on items in particular or anything like that.
I said this was a pilot. This
is a pilot, a way to see
show what we can show you,
and if you guys enjoy it, really, kind of just to see if you guys enjoy it, and I hope you have, in that sense. I wanted to show you guys the deviation in comp cape for the stream, but the numbers I have, I'm not sure are accurate enough to show it yet. So I wanted to show how many people had fallen off comps since Solak Reaper and so on, but I couldn't quite get it ready for the stream to make it accurate enough, so I'd had to miss that one. It would have been nice to do, but I had to miss that one.
And important to note as well, if you come to the stream later, what we want to do is we're not going to kind of show you all this stuff and then just leave it like this. What we want to do is we want to get this information out to you guys, and we want to be able to spread it kind of in a way that's a little bit more digestible than what it currently looks like at the moment. So what we want to do is we want to kind of see what you want us to put out there. So we're going to put some things out in the next, hopefully by the end of this week.
Will be. I want to aim to get one post out by the end of this week. Yes,
and that will be focusing on one thing in particular, whether it's boss kills, whether it's Slayer kills, skills,
boss time. So it could be Slayer. It could be Slayer kills, Slayer tasks completed, boss times, or boss kills.
Yes. So we want to try and show you these kinds of things. Let us know what you want us to what you want to see. We're going to put probably a straw poll out in the next couple of days to see. But we want to get this information out to you guys, and we want to do these things more often because we think you guys enjoy it. We like looking through stats, numbers, even if we can't pronounce the numbers, we like looking at them. We want to try and sort of make it a little bit more transparent for you guys as well, because we know you love to see who's the top boss killer. We know you love to see and kind of share your own achievements as well.
So looking at core pieces, Hacker Ironman, someone asked for it, 2.4k for first place, right down to 393 for 20th. Let's look at Chaos Ellie kills in Hacker Ironman, shall we? So one Hacker Ironman's done for 2,373 kills in Chaos Ellie. I believe that was the same person who is dry on a boss pet. But at least 20 Hacker Ironmen have reached the final boss requisite of 100 kills.
Someone's mentioned about RuneScore. That'd be a good one to pick up.
RuneScore would be nice. I'd love to do RuneScore. For sure, for like a future stream, RuneScore would be awesome to do.
Most kills for dry runs and most kills for Jad.
Okay, so Jad kills first. It's here, of course. That includes Tokar from 5 kills and 704 for Hacker Ironman's first place. Ironman's 1,860, normal 7,700. We can't really do a dry pet for Jad because you buy it from Soul Wars. I'm pretty sure you buy it from Soul Wars, if my memory serves me correctly. AOD kills, I think we already went through AOD kills. Yeah, we did, because first place has like 22,000, I think. Yeah, 22,000, there you go. Normal mode and hard mode Krill times. Yeah, sure. Krill, Hardcore, Ironman times. So someone has killed Krill in 13 ticks for Hardcore Ironman for first place. Ironman is 6 ticks. Normal is someone who is 2 ticks ahead at 2.4 seconds.
Wow.
On Krill. Onto the Krill hard mode, they've killed it in 14 ticks with an 8.4 second timer. With 15 seconds on 25 ticks for Ironman and 34 ticks and 20.4 seconds for Hardcore Ironman.
Let's do something for the free-to-players. Let's go for Mole.
Mole. We'll do Mole and Hammer Mole. Hardcore Ironman, 113 ticks, 67 seconds, 42 seconds, 76. And first place is quite far ahead, 17 seconds and 29 ticks. They had a very good rotation there. Onto the Mole hard mode is actually 25 seconds, it's only 6 seconds. 6 seconds the difference between hard mode and normal. There, 41 seconds for Ironman and 76 seconds for Hardcore Ironman. Let's look at Ziliana boss times. I'm already on boss times. Ziliana, 20 ticks for Hardcore Ironman. I've already shown Telos Enrage. Andre, if you go watch back the stream, it's actually right at the start. One of the first tabs is Telos Enrage banding, so you can go check that out. Ironman with 11 ticks, 6.6 seconds, and for normal is a 3-second, 5-tick kill on Ziliana for a normal account.
Cool.
Woo!
Should we round it up there, Shauny? I think you've got numbers coming out of your ears.
Hacker Ironman, Beastmaster, and Yaka kills. Sorry, last one. I think I might have already shown it, but why not? Hacker Ironman for Beastmaster is I thought it was 6k then. 385 for first, and Yaka is 360. Yaka kills for a Hacker Ironman. Yes. The fastest Hacker Ironman death, I think it was covered on a data stream a long time ago. I think it was like 5 seconds, where they skipped tutorial, come off Tavali, ran up White Wolf Mountain and died straight away.
I think that
was the very first Hacker Ironman death.
His name was Reserza. And he died, I think, 8 seconds into creating a hardcore Ironman. So he's the first hardcore Ironman to ever die.
Love it. So I love when someone's planned that. That's superb.
But I remember I did make something for that. I think for Ironman's birthday a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that rings a bell. That rings a bell.
Yeah.
Okay, well, everyone, it's been 2 hours, and I'm quite impressed. I managed to time it well. I'm very pleased it's been on, but as the final stream before 2018 ends, I hope it's been a really fun one for you all to enjoy and just kind of enjoy all of the data coming through and kind of just going whoa at the skill and pet drive runs and so on and so forth. There's been so much. Hopefully I've covered as much as I can. Hopefully the Alex guys are happy and won't kill me.
Yeah, big shout out to those guys.
Those guys are amazing.
They've done an awful lot to try and make this happen, and they've made it so that we can do these things more often with this kind of a layout. Normally we'd have to get all of this stuff and request it separately, but now they've given us this lovely sheet to be able to do it. So thank you Mod Camon and the rest of the analytics guys as well.